From the Lone Star State where the sun stays high, 2 vets in the game, we're never shy. 3/4 Army but full-time vets, soldiers of the airways, place your bets. We're on a mission, never letting you down. Sports high takes, we're wearing the crown. Debates get heated but we're always cool. Drop the facts, no lies, that's the rule. Michigan made, Wisconsin proud. From the UP to the South, we're loud. Texas heat to Philly streets, Green Bay cold, where champions repeat. Chicago wins, LA dreams. We're here to set the record straight, no lies, no schemes. Bringing the smoke with hot takes. Charles B. our chaos, and that guy make no mistakes. From the north to the south, coast to coast, we're the boys with the heat, raise a toast. Charles in charge, dropping bombs. PR chaos, keeping it calm. That guy's a wild card, unpredictable flow. When we come together, you already know. Setting the airwaves ablaze with fire, bringing the heat, taking it higher. Michigan made, Wisconsin proud. From the UP to the South, we're loud. Texas heat to Philly streets, Green Bay cold, where champions repeat. Chicago wins, LA dreams. We're here to set the record straight, no lies, no schemes. Bringing the smoke with hot takes. Charles P. our chaos, and that guy make no mistakes. We're here to set the record straight, all gas, no fucking brakes. Bringing the smoke with hot takes. Charles P. our chaos, and that guy, don't be late. So tune in, turn it up, let's rock the debate.
On the cover album, it's very eclectic. It's all over the place. Country music, rock songs, yeah,
rapping.
That's because you can't tame a Wolverine, okay? And that's what that's the kind of music Wolverines listen to, right? Just whatever's electric in the moment. It energizes.
It's under your skin.
How can you not sit there and just bop your head and be like,
dude,
this
Wolverines are the champions of the concrete.
At least for the next few months.
Forever, bro. Forever.
Listen, hey, I don't no problem. Forever.
All right, shout out to all the
girlfriends, wives, husbands, boyfriends. There is football.
Yes.
On the television every Thursday from now until Valentine's Day 2025. So
suck it up, Buttercup.
Hug your mans, hug your wives, hug your husbands, hug your boyfriends, hug your girlfriends. Tell them you'll see them on Valentine's Day. Plan something really nice. Okay, here's the thing, people. All right, this is football season.
Yes.
Okay, we're talking college football, we're talking NFL, we're talking the cream of the crop.
Yes.
What we, as connoisseurs of this product, put our significant others through, they deserve extravagant Valentine's Day somethings. Okay, so we need to start making this a thing.
Yeah.
Sports fans, especially you footballers out there, just like all of us. We take the TVs, the radios, we disappear.
We go to the corner of the house and just fade away.
So
I have an advice for all these new NFL football people that aren't used to watching football all the time, and y'all are coming to. Listen, in the off season, when your team doesn't make it to the playoffs or they get eliminated, whatever the case is, the moment that your team, which is basically me, when the moment that your season is over, you have until then, until the first preseason game, to deposit time with your significant other. So by the time football season comes rolling around in August, guess what? They can't be upset because you have receipts.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, we did this. I just need this date. We did this. Remember, I did this. So you have that time. So your wives can be like, I can give you a couple days out of the week to watch your football. I'm not going to be upset. Yeah. My wife knows that as soon as the regular season starts, Thursdays, Sundays, and Monday night,
Yeah.
Don't talk to me. I'm busy.
So something the wife and I do is we set up the big family baseball game in July.
Yes.
And here's the thing. Next year, we've now, so year one, there was 4 of us. Year 2, there was 8. I think
Well,
8
it's
of us.
Dublin.
Yeah, year 3, there was 19.
Gee.
26 bought, 19 showed.
Hey.
Next year, we're expected to touch almost 30. So
That's a good family time right there.
we've now graduated to a booth. The wife and I were just talking about this. We'll be getting
get a whole little booth
we're
with a
getting
buffet.
a whole booth, the buffet. So it's 30 people.
That's impressive.
So start marking your calendar because the schedule is out here in the next 45 days.
Yeah, it's
we'll
coming
know
up.
we'll know what game we're going to, and of
you,
course,
Charles.
yes, you guys
Look
are
what
invited.
you started.
So, yeah. Oh, dude, I love it. I
Look
can't
what
tell
you
you
started.
how happy I am that, and it's now been a blend of both families. So, yeah. Now this last trip, we got to run into the Bali Sports booth, so that was fantastic. We're just outside it, but
Look at y'all graduated from finding seats to which booth do I want this year?
yeah. So we'll be getting our own booth. I'm so excited about that. I'm
That's
so excited.
That deserves an applause,
Thank
young
you,
man.
thank you.
Don't worry. At some point, we'll get season tickets as well, and then it'll just be Charles Rowe instead of Charles Booth. It'll be Charles section.
Listen,
And then
you'll
he'll
get
wear
some
the
TV
shirt
time.
He'll wear
Yeah.
his fancy shirt all the time, and he'll just be known as that guy that just does the wave.
I can't
Women's
wait, dude. I
section.
can't wait.
Listen.
I can't wait.
I could probably bet a whole VA's worth of a check that the moment that the Brewers say, "Hey, we want you to throw out the first pitch on this day," oh, find me a ticket because I want to be there.
Throwing heat.
And-
He's
and-
throwing
Oh,
heat.
you said that, Patrick. I love that. You said that. My first thought was low sinker. Low sinker. That's what I'm going to throw. I'm going to throw a low sinker
Listen,
down
and
and
just
away.
for
Down-
you, just for you, Charles.
Just
the
like
day
I
that
do in
happens,
MLB.
yeah, down. Yeah, yeah.
that happens where you throw the first pitch. Not only will I be in attendance, but
Yeah.
for you,
Yeah.
I'll wear a Brewers jersey of your choice
Oh,
on
it'd be
that
worth it.
day.
So worth it.
If the universe would grant me a personal wish, a personal selfish wish, it would be to throw out the first pitch at a Cubbies game.
Hey, you don't know.
I'm
That
just
might
saying. I'm
happen.
just saying. That'd be so awesome. And I would not allow you to wear a Brewers shirt. I would.
Listen,
I appreciate the
I'll
but
catch the ball if they let me.
yeah.
With a Cubs jersey on.
And then
That's
Patrick
what
is
we
on
talked
second.
to.
Patrick's on second. And you throw the second. You cut the guy.
Listen.
We'll put
Cut
Mike
the
on
guy
first.
down.
Who's on first? And, dude, this just turned into something crazy.
Just imagine the possibilities.
It'd be fantastic.
I want that.
Hell, they gave
Yeah.
LeBron James a Finals Olympics MVP just because he
exactly.
was there. It's
and he
crazy.
didn't deserve it. So,
And
yeah.
Jay Reddick got a job as a head coach, and the dude just did podcast and television for a little while.
Don't understand that.
Yeah. Oh, I think he played basketball terribly,
He
but
did.
yeah, he did. He
played
did play
basketball.
basketball.
Man, he
Mediocre-
played better
mediocre.
basketball than Austin Rivers did.
I mean, he played much better basketball than Austin Rivers. You know,
But you know what both of them don't have? Basketball shorts under their jeans.
expert marksman rifle badges.
Hey.
They don't have a lot of things that pertains to that stuff.
Yeah, but you could bounce a fucking ball real well, bro. No.
Look how far that got you.
yeah.
You think either one of them ever like really shot a gun? Like
Probably.
I
They
would
probably
think
shot
so.
like paintball guns and airsoft weapons.
Is that considered a real gun now?
Something
That's
within their realm of
Here-
expertise.
Here's the kicker.
yeah,
Yes, yes, because they've all spent time in Texas, and when you got money like that, you can't tell me you haven't rented a Humvee with a 50 cal on it, went out in the desert and just shot
I
shit.
guarantee they just shot random shit. Though.
Yeah.
The very first time I shot a 50 cal, when I tell you the exuberance of joy of just shooting out that whole container of just 50 cal.
Yeah.
It is a no better feeling. The only thing that feels better than a 50 cal is a 249 and just holding that bitch and just letting that shit just fly. But I digress.
The Mark 19s, those are fun too. But yeah, sure they have. That's just how it is. It's some of us choose the red, white, and blue. Others choose the green and gold. Right? And talking about
Can we
green.
talk about the red, white, and blue? Just for I got a little
We could talk about both red, white, and blues because they both were red, white, and blue.
Let me talk about the guys real quick.
Yeah,
And it's no disrespect to this team. This team was exciting to watch. Don't get me wrong. There was moments of just, oh my God. And there was like, oh my God. The meter was back and forth. My biggest issue is, and y'all, whoever's listening to this and wants to hear this when they clip it, yes, I am an old head. I don't give a flying fuck. Okay? Let's just be realistic. Yes, is the international players this generation a lot better than it was in 1992? Without a shadow of a doubt. The headliner international player back in 92, guess who it was? Tony Kukoc. Glorified six-man. However, when you put the greatest players in a league on the same team to do what the 92 Dream Team did, it's not matched. So to say that this team did better than what the 92 team did, last time I checked, 92 team beat everybody by between 25 to 33 points a game.
I think it was over 30.
It was over 30, yeah. They averaged 31.
I haven't seen another USA team even
not
come
one.
close to doing what they did.
No, it'll never happen.
And this is even the Redeem team, which is, I think, arguably better than this 2024 team.
But they were definitely younger. It was a better, younger team.
That's the thing. You have too many dingleberries that you have to coddle in this day and age, and this goes for both squads. There are multiple people on both squads that were just simply there.
There's no way that France should have beat or been that close to the U.S.
Oh,
team.
God, no. Dude.
There should have been no reason they were that close. And
I think
to win
they all
by
forgot.
1 point,
I think they forgot the privilege that got them to where they are. I think they forgot all that privilege that they had, that they recognized the privilege that got them where they are today.
clearly they have to change the way that they pick their players. They have to change the way they select their players, because going off of just pure hates Diana Taurasi.
Chat GPT
entitlement.
Yeah, Chat
Like,
GPT
don't
could
do
have picked
that.
a better squad for both men and women.
And this is the thing.
Right.
I feel, and I've heard a lot of people say this, I've been seeing it a lot, that Jason Tatum might not even want to consider playing in 2028 for how the way he got treated in this Olympics versus what he did in 2020. And it's like, most of the people, there was a few people that were on the 2020 Olympics team that were still on this roster. And I'm like, granted, yes, you got LeBron James, you got Steph Curry and Edwards, all these people that are different that weren't on that squad. But I think the way that he got so many DNPs on, I'm like, Tyrese Halliburton is the ultimate. I joined the team but didn't do any work and still got an A. Like, that is like the sweetest
every
tweet
day
I ever
that
seen
goes
in my
on.
life.
I love that kid more.
And so
man.
you got a better shot of Tyrese Halliburton coming back in 2028 than I think Jason Tatum. I think that he might, I hate to say this, but this might have hurt his feelings that he didn't get to play and contribute as much as he wanted to.
Well,
and then it didn't help that your mom's over here coming off the side of her neck trying to come to save you and stuff like that. Like, Mom, go have a seat. I don't need your help.
What the weird question I have is that we have the best players in the world.
Yeah. That's not even a question.
Without
That's
a
probably
doubt.
the reason they won. The reason they won
Yeah.
is because they have
Yeah.
the best players in the world.
So, what the fuck is Steve Kerr talking about matchups for?
I
It
don't
shouldn't.
know.
It wouldn't have
Whatever player is there is in a matchup world is a million times better than the guy standing in front of him. What do you mean matchups?
Even
at
if
the- and
Wemby
in
and
that-
them are out there, what matchup are Wemby and his teammates favorable in that even any player you pull off the bench for Team
That's the
USA?
thing. There's
where's
no
the advantage?
matchup for Wemby. That's the only thing. There's no matchup theoretically.
No, because he's a guard playing a center. Yeah.
The dude's just an alien. Wemby is an alien.
In
But that
what
was the
world-
only.
He's gonna
That
be
was the
elite,
only X factor. Let's put it.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I mean-
Wemby was the only X factor that France had.
Yeah, at 26 points. I mean,
That was the only X
Yeah.
factor.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In what world is Derek White a better matchup than Jason Tatum?
This is
never.
Austin
Never. You're
Rivers.
You're not even in the same caliber of player. Like, it makes no sense.
What the? Jason Tatum's perimeter defense is way better than Derek White's.
This is the crazy thing. I
I
seen
look better with the
literally-
bandana on.
yesterday. Literally yesterday, I saw a clip where Austin Rivers said that Derek White is a better shooter, defender, and overall better role player for Team USA than Jason Tatum is. I'm like, listen, am I taking away from Derek White as a basketball
Has
player?
anybody
Because
drug tested that dude?
I was gonna
Austin Rivers be saying the most outlandish things I've ever heard in my life. Listen,
The dude walks around all day thinking he's on the internet. Just all day. Like his whole life
Like,
is
there's
just the
no
internet.
way-
You got a camera? You got a camera?
listen, I don't care how you feel about Jason Tatum, whether you like him or not. It's the same thing
Yeah.
with LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. At the end of the day, you got to respect
The
and
talent,
For you to say,
yeah.
For you to say that Derek White is a better shooter and a spot-up shooter at that than Jason Tatum, the crack that you are smoking is laced with paint.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
He
saying.
won an NBA
He's-
championship
like-
and basically led them the whole one.
And then the fact that you picked Derek White over Jaylen Brown.
Who won
Like,
Finals
what?
MVP? I know-
Paul,
I-
you're never going to convince Charles
know.
and I that you're not wrong about this.
No.
Like,
No.
we
Not
both
only
think
did he win the
crazy.
NBA Finals MVP, he won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Yeah.
So explain to me how, and again, it's not knocking Derek White.
No. This just became the second biggest question of men's
It's just,
basketball Olympics of
I
all time.
need you to
The
make
first
it
being
make
Isaiah
sense to me
Thomas. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
you didn't pick Jaylen Brown. The moment that you knew Kawhi Leonard wasn't going to be on the team, your first person on the list is Derek White?
Oh, thank God Kawhi's not here. Give Derek a call. We
Like,
need that bald headed
That was the
motherfucker.
guy on top of the list to pick from?
Get him on the team.
And how did and in what world does Derek White play more minutes than Tyrese Halliburton?
Should
And
never.
and why, dude? And
be honest,
why?
And again, this is
Halliburton
not
is
taken
probably
away from
his
Derek
better
White as a
defender.
player.
No,
Yeah.
Derek White is an NBA player,
He is
and
a
he's got a
baller.
ring.
He is a baller. I'm not taking. It's just the mat. Again, we've discussed this so many times. For every sport, you're wanting to send the best of the best for every sport.
There was only 2 goals. Allow Kevin Durant to overtake the most points scored by an Olympian
And win a gold medal.
and win a gold medal. So why is Derek White there? I mean, as a superstar basketball player, like, I can be a role player. I don't got to shoot the ball. Are you
Right.
kidding me?
But you
This is
still
the-
want to have the best available players on your bench for
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
reason.
For whatever reason, check this out. Because the 3 shooters you kept relying on failed you for all but 2 games, to be honest with you. And LeBron James winning the Olympics MVP.
So I get that one just for the simple fact that they're doing it based off from start of the Olympics to the end, not just the knockout rounds.
Yeah.
He led all the stats. Yes, without Steph, they would have lost a whole bunch of games, and they technically should have lost to Serbia if it wasn't for Steph Curry basically just securing that W. And then even last night when he destroyed France in the last 2 minutes by
Dude,
himself.
that last 3-pointer was, you know,
It was just it's like how do
okay.
you double team a man and still able to make it?
For the first time,
You can't guard.
and
You can't
for
guard.
the first time in my life,
He is him.
I don't get it, but when you're leading in all statistical categories, especially at that age,
That is, I'm pretty sure that was the main reason why he won the Olympics MVP, because he was leading all the stats for the whole team throughout the
Well,
whole
yeah,
Olympics.
they didn't put him on.
Now-
They didn't put LeBron on the fucking bench the entire time. I mean,
Now,
of course he's going to leave.
if you're voting based off of who had the most impact on the team, it would automatically should have gone to Steph Curry.
Oh.
Without Steph Curry, I
Or
don't think they
KD.
would. Or KD. I'm not upset. At the end of the day, we won gold. At the end of the day, we're still on top. Everybody else, you're gonna have to wait another 4 years before you can take this title from us. And again, now you got to do it in LA, in the United States. You know how chaotic that's gonna be for everybody else.
oh no, according to the mayor, this is going to be a no-car Olympics.
Hey, bring Derek White back. Let him-
So, should Steve Kerr still be the U.S. coach, or who would
God,
you
no.
suggest to
No,
replace
no,
him
no,
with?
no.
Who would be a suitable replacement?
Oh,
your
the
eyes?
hell! Bring back Krzyzewski. I don't care.
He's not coming back.
Bring back
okay.
Bring a college coach, and I don't.
So,
care.
before we jump on Oh yeah. Before we jump on to the women, I did want to say,
How about Pop? Pop.
Pause.
What about Popovich?
No, that didn't work out all that great.
but
You
anyway,
can't bring him back? Hell, Bill
Seeing-
Laimbeer.
seeing
Amen.
Victor Wembanyama cry, my first thought, immediate to the moment,
Okay.
motherfucker, you thought you were gonna win?
He thought so. He
And-
genuinely thought he had a
and then
shot.
I
Up until
immediately.
2 minutes left in the game, they had a legitimate chance.
They legitimately had a
Oh,
shot.
yeah, I know.
But in your mind, initially, you thought you were going to win, motherfucker?
That's
That first three went down. I think that moment of, oh shit, happened because you watched the entire crowd just go, all right, it's over
Yeah.
now.
It's
over.
before Steph Curry went on the route that he went on. Everybody in that crowd had that Dumb and Dumber moment.
this
Me,
gonna
I
really
have a
happen?
chance.
So, I
And
mean,
that chance got erased real quick,
Yeah.
fast, in a hurry.
you know what, like, then flip side, I immediately fell even more in love with him as a basketball player,
'Cause he loves
as a player, as a kid.
Does this really sell you? Because it
Yeah,
sold a lot of
is
people.
that's when they knew it was over.
Oh, dude,
Like,
that was
And
fantastic.
he's just running down the court. Go to sleep. He's sleeping.
yeah.
I'm with you. I feel bad for Wemby, but I don't feel bad for Wemby.
I don't feel bad either because this
He
is the
20 years old.
this is the last year he's playing for France. Let's be honest.
Unless they
he's-
put a better team around him.
not even that. He'll have his American citizenship in 2028.
You think so?
Oh yeah, and he'll be
If
playing
he
for the
were
American
to
team.
play for the American team, do you know
Oh
how
my
much
God.
backlash that fool would get?
He
Not
could
a
play,
fu- nobody
he
fu-
could play
not-
LA with them. So
Here's
then
the
they
thing.
would be like, yeah.
Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker too. I don't disagree with either one of you two, but check this out. Joel Embiid, case in point.
It would be worse than what Joel Embiid does.
No. I don't know how it's going to get worse. That's France. You're at home, right? But
Yeah.
here's the kicker. He goes to a restaurant, and that restaurant's immediately popular,
Correct.
even today. Doesn't matter who he fucking played for.
It's Wemby.
It's. I mean, no. In this instance,
Right.
It's Joel Embiid. I mean,
Right,
one of
right,
the
right.
great.
Because
You
of
know
what
what I'm
happened.
saying? Because who cares? Now the dude's got a gold medal. He opened the door for other superstars to do the same.
I'm
the
so
only
And this is the
person.
thing.
Yeah,
Other
go ahead.
countries have done it. So it's not like Joel Embiid is the first one. He's just the
No.
first one to do it and get a
Well,
gold medal by doing what he did.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: Joel Embiid wasn't even born. Wasn't his only ties to France or that he went and played basketball over there? He was born in
he's a
Cameroon.
citizenship. Yeah,
He was born in Cameroon.
Technically,
Until
his
16, he lived
citizenship
in
is
frickin'
Cameroon.
Africa.
Yeah, I
And then he
decided-
came to the U.S.
France.
It's really weird. It's like he doesn't really have
Right.
ties to France.
He
Like
has,
Well,
he has
yeah.
three. He has three citizenship: Cameroon,
Yeah.
France, and
Yeah.
the U.S. If Wemby were to do what you say and you
Yeah.
suggest, that would be. I don't think there's a word invented for describing if that were
Well,
to happen.
Think about it this way. Why not? Listen,
I'm
right
right
now,
with
the
you.
medal that means the most to me is going to be the silver I got with Team France. Because
But you did it.
Because we did it. But I want a gold medal, and I'm never going to get a fucking gold medal
While
playing
you
with
are
France.
out here,
I'm never going to get a gold medal. So I'm going to go
This
get a
is about
gold.
as far as you've gotten, and it's
So-
about as far as you're gonna get.
I'm this young, so 2028, I'm going to play for.
And possibly be in your prime.
I'm going to play for the United States. We're going to get that gold medal, and then at the end of my career, I'm going to go back to France. Because who
try.
knows?
this is
Because
the
who
first year
who
in a long
knows?
time that the U.S. did not win the gold medal count. They tied with
We tied with-
China.
But guess who's at the fucking bottom?
Here's
Fucking Australia.
here's the thing, and I've got the medal count up because we're going to disgrace
Yeah.
the sports that the United States didn't do well in, and we're going to hope for better
We
chances
talked
next
about
year.
this. A lot of people let us down.
Absolutely, but
Hey, I'm not saying. Okay, never mind. That's not what I mean. I mean
I know I agree with you, bro. I agree with you.
a lot of smoke for this one.
They let me down too, bro. They let me down too. You rewind to a few episodes ago and you hear us talking. You definitely hear me. We're going to win 342 gold medals. But anyways, here's a big reason China was able to look so great. Russia wasn't there. And normally in these situations, there is a massive battle between the United States, Russia, and China in regards to gold medal. And Russia takes a bunch of those gold away from not only China, but possibly a few from the United States. And the count generally isn't as close. This was China's best year. Like we're going to assume that this was China's best year. Everything will be right in the world in a couple of years. Fingers crossed. Yada yada. We don't get political on this show, so don't. And trust me, the majority of us definitely understand how this shit works. But anywho, with Russia coming back onto the Olympic scene sooner rather than later, you'll see again now. Like next year, it'll be like 36 to 27. To 21 to 18 to 13. Shout out Australia. You fucking suck.
You and your fucking gold medals.
Period. End of story. Over.
This was their best. This was their best Olympics.
And that's not saying
ever.
I didn't even
Nobody cares. How many gold medals did you get? You got like 17.
And guess what? We were doing a thing in the chat. We're gonna talk about this real quick. We got to jump onto the women here.
Yep. Full circle.
Kangaroos overtaking the planet. Okay.
Oh, we're not doing this.
We're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing this.
We got to give our take on this. We got each one of us got to give.
Okay. So, newsflash. Alien Entertainment Galactic Broadcasting System comes over the air. Planet Earth was picked for a global entertainment universal project. Voted on by the viewers. Kangaroos versus countries. And the only thing the viewers get, or the only thing the opponents in the countries get to attack the kangaroos, samurai swords. This is all voted on by the viewers. It's totally fair. Okay, now at the end of each battle, the losers get revived and have little memory of what occurred, right? This is very humanitarian. Okay, this is for entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah, this is for entertainment. This isn't for death purposes. Okay, so to put a scope into things, in the country of Uruguay, there is 3.2 or 3.5 million people.
Yeah.
Each one of those citizens would have to fight 14 kangaroos. That's how many kangaroos are on this planet. For one, Australia, you're the first to go, right? In this entire scenario, you lose first, right?
How many kangaroos do they lose in that battle, you think?
The kangaroos,
A million? Maybe a million?
Well, you think, without putting a hard number on it, you think a third, right? Because here's the thing. Here's the ugly truth about this.
Okay.
Babies, children, old people, they're getting fucked up by them kangaroos. Let's be honest.
Not only that, the kangaroo, those things can fight.
Yeah. So now the rest of the able bodies in that country have to fight the surplus of kangaroos the babies, children, and old people couldn't take care of with their samurai swords.
Yeah, they can't even lift them fucking things.
So we're at a massive disadvantage right off the board, right?
Yeah,
right off the board. We are talking the whole population, okay?
I don't understand how we got here.
We all did.
So
How we got here is Australia is the first to go in this scenario.
So you're telling me
60%
you're telling me all I have.
Population is 65 and older.
So they are way screwed.
So you're telling me all I got to defend myself.
Samurai sword.
I can't use a car.
No,
I can't
nothing.
use a bat.
It's voted on by the viewers. It's only fair. Samurai sword.
I'm fucking killing every kangaroo in my way.
Yeah, until
I'm
they get
telling
me.
you right now.
Until they get to me, bro. Listen, yeah.
I'm slicing
obviously
their head off. I need 2 samurai swords because I'm helicoptering the shit out of
Wait,
this
make sure you're standing next to a baby, a child, or an old person.
You were right saying a third.
Yeah. A third?
33% is either adolescent or elderly. 65 or older.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like he said, a third of them,
And
they're
I feel
non-fighters.
God.
I feel like you only thought of this scenario because I asked that question about the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
We brought this up. I brought this up a while ago. We're talking about it. Yeah.
The only reason why Charles thought this up.
It's all
I asked
connected.
the question about, I'm watching Planet of the Apes. I'm watching it all the way through so I can watch the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and be aware of what's happening. And in my mind, I was thinking, wait a minute. If you take the whole disease thing out of the way, I get it. But you're not going to sit here and tell me that a bunch of apes on horses and spears takes over the damn country, let alone the world.
Yeah. Especially politically, if they took everyone's guns away.
But they didn't at first. That's the thing. All they
Well, they
had
didn't.
was spears.
Yeah, but then they figured it out. You seen them at the end, yeah.
I'm telling you right now, in this day and age, there's no freaking way. There's no way these apes are taking over the country.
That was a beautiful side quest. Let's get back to the women real quick. The women Olympics team.
For one, from Planet of the Apes to women's basketball. All right, fantastic.
The fact that they only won by 1 point against France.
Please cut that.
I don't.
It was a beautiful side quest.
Yeah.
No, not even the point that they barely won. The fact that they barely won saved a lot of people's jobs.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's something I pointed out in our chat. They had 3 coaches, Cheryl Reeves and 2 other head coaches from the WNBA, which when the Olympic Committee looked at it, those were the best minds in basketball.
Well, and arguably a 4th one with Taurasi on the court as well.
And that's my point. What the hell are you... Why are you bringing that? Because
Shouldn't have been bringing it. Yeah.
it definitely didn't help.
This is the thing. I was trying to be a Charles and be the devil's advocate when this whole Olympics started with the women. I was trying to give Deion Sanders the benefit of the doubt.
We both did.
I was definitely trying to be, no. At first, I was on board like, this is stupid. But then when it started, I was like, no. Paul, DT is going to be good. And then I think it was the second game before the knockout rounds. And you would literally, I think Charles said it the day before that game played on, and you said that Kelsey Plum and Diana Taurasi are a waste of space on this team, and it makes no sense why they made it. And I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, and I'm pretty sure one-on-one, both of them can dog walk me and make me look like a child on the court.
All right, do you want me to give you some
But on
stats
the
of
court
what you
against
did?
other professional women, they weren't moving the needle enough to make me feel like they were doing anything productive on the team.
Paul, do you want me to give you her stats?
Which one, DT?
No,
or
I'm going to
DT?
give you all of her stats, like what her rank was compared to all the Olympic players. I found this.
For who? Diana Taurasi?
Oh yes, Taurasi.
All right.
Averaged 1 point a game, which is 126th of all Olympians.
Okay.
0.8 rebounds per game, 120th,
Wasn't
and
expecting
1.2 assists per game, a 74th. Yeah.
There's-
She averaged.
How many minutes did she play? What was her average
She
on
played
minutes?
averaged 11 minutes a game.
So each quarter's 10 minutes. So
I don't even
averaged
think
about a
she
quarter.
played. Honestly, I don't think she played
So she
in the
averaged
final
a
game.
quarter a game.
She
Yeah.
did not play versus France.
No, I was gonna say I don't think she played in the final game.
So again,
And you can't say this on the other side of the court with LeBron, right? And I was wrong. I was way wrong when it came to it. I thought Braun was there on a consolation prize.
and he
I
showed
mean,
his ass out.
The,
For him being 39 years old and be able to keep up with these fuckers,
Yeah.
it's
it's incredible. It's incredible.
Regardless of how you feel about the man, because we all know there's people out
Oh
there
yeah,
that
no, the
dislike him.
talent has never been
You
questioned.
can't
No.
Yeah.
deny the
Yeah.
skill. Diana
So-
Taurasi, as much as a legend, and she might as well be the GOAT for the WNBA. We're not
as
taking
great
away.
of a basketball player
You
as she
did
was.
nothing to move the needle to help the team in any way, shape, or form outside of.
But
being
PR,
a
she was
veteran's
first
president.
there at practice, and her voice was loud.
Yeah.
It's easy to be the first one there at practice when you ain't playing.
Yeah.
You ain't as tired as everyone else.
You
Again,
get to sit on that bench right away.
The
and,
point,
you
the
know, warm
point,
up
the
for
point
rest
of,
them.
but the point of this
you're not
isn't
putting
to
the team that
right. The point of this isn't to knock Diana Taurasi. It's not that we're not shocked she was terrible. As much as they wanted to play devil's advocate, we all knew it was going to be terrible. Same thing, more or less, with Brittany Griner. You cannot tell me that you could not have gotten the same foundation with a better effect from Angela Reese, and the same foundation with a better effect from Caitlin Clark.
and that's the good question. What would have been the difference in play if you would have had Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark instead of Diana Taurasi?
Oh,
and
incredibly!
Brittany Griner?
You would have had
like-
a young, energetic, active point guard moving the ball. You would have had intensity.
The attention that Caitlin
Griner
Clark
had
would have
4 points and grabbed 2 rebounds in the championship game.
This is the thing,
Dude,
and this is the thing. Angel Reese probably would have given you this.
Thank you.
And this is the thing.
Patrick.
Angel Reese might have got you the same amount of points. However, I think again,
Blocks.
the people want to hate on Angel Reese because of how she's Pat steady. Fine. Give me one player out here that isn't Pat Statty.
She's gonna dominate in Europe, bro. Are you kidding me?
So again,
like her play underneath
in
the basket in Europe
2028,
is gonna be
because
ridiculous.
I promise you right now, if Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese aren't part of the 2028 U.S. team,
barring some type of injury, yes.
That is the.
You know what they compared her to? Outside of her being a way better free throw shooter, Angel Reese is like the Dennis Rodman of the WNBA.
And who hates
dude,
Dennis Rodman?
Hands down.
Again,
Bro.
Michael Jordan said,
Is that not a
all
great
I need you to do
comparison?
is grab
Yeah,
rebounds.
yeah,
This
yeah.
man averaged between 15 to 20 rebounds a game. So
Way
you
better
don't
free
want
throw
that kind of player on your team?
We all
Especially when
knew they were. Go ahead.
Especially when you're in FIBA rules and you can grab the ball as soon as it hits the rim.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We all knew they were going to be in
weird.
trouble when the WNBA All-Stars, which was basically the young generation of the WNBA,
The next USA team, basically.
I really thought
Destroyed
that China was going to medal
the
and they were going to
Team
do
USA.
way
Again,
better.
if
But
you
ding
said
dong, well, they let me
Barring
down.
injuries, at a minimum, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese need to be on the 2028 USA team.
and like Elijah Brown or
There was a
Aaliyah
couple
Boston.
players.
Yeah.
Asia
for
Wilson can
Team
be
USA.
because Asia Wilson
Asia
is
Wilson was
a
Asia
dog.
Wilson, yeah,
Phenomenal.
Breonna Stewart,
So
dog.
clearly, there's players that we know that are going to make it, but there's
Yeah.
certain players that you need to put on this team because again, there's no way in hell Diana Taurasi is going to be in the league. in 4 years.
You know what had a big effect on this, to be honest with you, is I truly believe the WNBA did not think the popularity was going to transfer as fast as it did. I think it caught them all by surprise. I think a lot of these things were done pre-popularity. Because let's be honest, there is a pre-popularity moment when it comes to the WNBA. The young influx of talent into the WNBA is phenomenal. And it's re-shining a light on the talent that's already been there.
Yeah.
But it's pissing off the people who felt like they should have had this a long time ago. And those that are leaving that never really got to enjoy it are trying to eat it up as much as they can. And it's...
Yeah, and this is the thing. For example, there's this, what's her name? Cheryl Swoop. She's lately been sitting on Gilbert Arenas' podcast, just trying to... She's one of the GOATs for the WNBA. She's part of the team with the Houston Comets that won the 4 in a row early on in the WNBA's career. I'm like, a lot of the ladies that set the foundation like you said, didn't get to reap the benefits of what the league is now.
Yeah.
But my problem is
Don't
down
punish
talk
everyone now
Right.
because
Listen,
you're jealous.
Yes, you are the pioneers of this league, and we applaud you for that. But now the girls that are in here now are taking what you did and growing it into a whole international level. And this is the thing. I think you're absolutely correct. The backlash that came from not having Caitlin Clark at a minimum on this Team USA women's team, they didn't see it being that big of a deal before she got drafted, and then the momentum that she carried into the league, and because you're not going to sit here and tell me that everybody on this USA team made every single training camp, every single time, every opportunity, every single time they went to the Olympics. Some of these players were automatically selected. You're not going to sit here and tell me that they weren't. Some of them, like LeBron James, I'm pretty sure he didn't go to not one goddamn training camp the last 3 years. He just said, hey, Grant Hill, I want to be on the team. Steph Curry, hey, I want to be on the team. Like, okay.
That's exactly what happened.
You know what I'm saying?
They went to social media and went, here's the list of us that said we want to play. And that's just
And so
it.
for you to say you're not going to put on Caitlin Clark in Team USA because she didn't go to any of the training camps, she was playing in the Final Fours the last 2 years. Like, but you're going to sit here and tell me she wasn't good enough to make the team or be considered for the team?
My favorite part about this, though, is that they're terrible at their job, but arguably really great at small portions of their job. We're talking about them. We're just
doing
not
something.
talking about the things you would hope we could be talking about. It's very upsetting because here's the kicker. I promise, 100% promise, that from now until she says no, Diana Taurasi will be on the coaching staff of that WNBA basketball
I'm
Olympics
perfectly
team.
okay with that.
She's gonna have
to be
her
honest.
input. Yeah.
And she's going to win more gold medals, and she's going to have an accumulative gold
Coaches
medal.
can't win gold medals.
Oh, they can?
They can't win gold medals. They get
Not
no
yet.
acknowledgement. They don't get, as of right now.
Yeah, not yet.
Coaches do not get any
Oh, well,
acknowledgement.
fuck it. You know what, though? Hey.
But I can definitely see her being on the coaching staff.
Yeah, congratulations. Ultimately, listen, congratulations. Yeah, they haven't lost since '92, so
61 straight Olympic game wins.
A big shout out to athletics. Total medal count for us in the athletics: 14 gold, 11 silver, 9 bronze, 34.
Shout out women's soccer and Dennis Rodman's daughter. Man.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Shout out to swimming, 28 total medals.
Yeah, swimming.
8
showed
gold,
out big time.
8 gold, 13 silver, 7 bronze.
Nice.
Where's the
Field
gymnastics
events.
at?
Dude, did you happen to watch the women's 4x400 meter relay?
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude.
The way she went like this and said,
Dude,
bye.
Bro, the coldest fucking
insane.
moment in the Olympics.
Is built
Sha'Carri
different.
Richardson is
Yeah.
insane. And I understand why they didn't let her in the other Olympics. They should have been scared. She would have taken everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Unreal.
He
What?
came back for a vengeance this time around. Y'all
Oh, yeah,
begin
sure.
this time, fine.
Where
Hold my
is-
water.
Okay.
Literally.
All right. Let's see.
And as I pass you, I'm gonna look back at you and give you a little smirk, like you wasn't even a problem.
Oh,
for
the
me.
athletics must
No.
be in the gymnastics. Okay, so now here's my favorite part of this portion of the show.
The best is made. He goes, she only won by 4 seconds. I go, that's like a mile.
Oh, my
Like,
she started 2 seconds behind.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
almost a
saying.
6
She
second.
had to, she had to catch up
yeah.
and pass them. And as
Yeah.
she's passing you, she's
Yeah.
looking at you like you tried.
Shout out men's 4x100 for dropping the
they won
baton
as well.
again. You guys suck. It's so awesome. I
How
can't
do you
wait for
practice all this time to lose.
And all you do, you don't
I'm not
even-
saying that it's easy, but it's like you got to do this all the time. Y'all literally practice passing the baton all the time. This is your one job.
I can run faster than you. Yeah, but you can't catch a fucking baton, bro.
Fingers over here.
If Vegas doesn't give us odds for them dropping the fucking baton next year, I'm going to be pissed, right?
Oh, they
Because
def-
it's almost a
Dude, that's
guarantee.
definitely part of
I'm
a
almost
parlay.
certain
You can
that's gonna
guarantee
be a
it.
parlay somewhere.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Okay, so here we go.
What was the
Prop
worst
bets.
event we were at?
Oh, the ones I'm about to mention. Okay, like
Here it comes.
this, like everything I'm about to mention. I'm disgusted.
And it's
3
probably
by
things
3.
we should be good at.
3x3 basketball. 0
Oh, yeah.
gold, 0 silver, 1 bronze.
And that was the women's.
The women. Yeah.
The guys didn't win nothing.
No.
see,
They didn't. I don't even think they won a game.
They didn't win a game.
Bronze. Yeah. Okay. Terrible. Archery. 0 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze. The United States of America owns 51+% of the world's privately owned weapons supply. And these are the people we're sending over for our shooting talents? You are very upsetting.
Find
This
me
is
the guy that lives in the
unbelievable.
middle of the woods that hunts for a living and say Olympian. That's
He
the
turns
guy.
around and shoots
I
the squirrel out of a
promise you.
34-foot fucking
Those,
branch.
those motherfuckers sitting in the woods waiting for a deer are going to hit headshots in between the eyes every single time.
We had a surplus of $18 million. Cosmetic and dental surgery, if needed, can be procured. This is ridiculous. Okay,
Yeah.
moving forward. Artistic swimming. 0 gold, 1 silver, 0 bronze.
Okay, I get this one. I can understand why we probably because the people are probably just weird as shit.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Patrick, but I can't get on that.
He wants a medal in every event.
I can't
Why
get on
does-
that train because this is the United States of America, bro. Right? You can't tell me that there ain't somebody in a pool in some damn country or county
Synchronized
somewhere
swimming and shit.
swimming their ass off like fucking flipper flying out of a goddamn SeaWorld pool.
I just want to make a record. You will not catch me in the pool doing none of this shit.
We could do better, okay?
All right, yeah.
All right.
Boxing.
All right.
0 gold, 0 silver, 1 bronze, men's 71K. So there was a bunch of medals able to be gotten.
And we
here
were
in this
only
boxing.
got one.
We got a fucking bronze. Now, here's the thing, okay? Real quick for everybody listening, shout out to the medal grabbers. That is fantastic. We applaud you. We appreciate you. You are America. You are USA. Every one of you, no matter where you came from, we love you. What we're talking about here in these moments right now is that this is the United States of fucking America, okay? And we should not be sending just this person because they're the best we got. That's bullshit, because it's clearly not.
Breakdancing.
Breaking, bro, which I guess is break dancing.
And
0
it is
gold, 0
horrible.
silver, 1 bronze.
It was,
Terrible.
and you thought I was joking when I said this is an Olympic event.
Oh, dude, I swear to God, for a week I thought you were joking.
And when I saw these worms moving on this floor,
Oh my God.
Hey, man, we're
this
allowing
is not
like,
break. I
football
could do
in, so-
this. I can look that stupid on national TV. Put me on the team.
All right. Now, I do not disagree with you. It's me and skeet shooting. My favorite event of the Summer Olympics, the canoe slalom.
That shit was fire.
0 gold, 0 silver, 1 bronze. We have some of the greatest rivers in the world. And we have some elite river rafting guides and all this. What the hell are we not winning gold or silver in these events for? Crazy.
Maybe we don't have enough psychopaths in this country that want to go out there in the
They're not going up to the Mount Everest.
Yeah, they're not going up to
river
Mount Everest
rafting.
and river rafting down it.
You could go to Seattle and pick any of them homeless meth heads
Oh.
off the street. Give them a little bit of extra love and watch them just
A little bit
fucking
extra.
burn, baby, burn.
So you're telling me we can pick some bum off the side of the street and do better than what we did this summer?
I was just
At
saying, with
some of
enough,
these events.
with enough motivation. and a
Just
little
saying,
bit of,
Hey, if you go get me gold medal, I got a
With
break
enough
waiting for you when you
motivation,
get
baby.
back. Listen,
There's a-
you go
there's
to
a-
the bum.
yeah.
Is hey, you go get me gold, and I got.
You
a
don't
break
think
waiting
they
for
would
you when
work
I
hard
get
for
back.
that 37,500? They'd be good for a week.
All the lace you want.
Drives you crazy.
Canoe sprint, 0 gold, 1 silver, 0 bronze. Now, a little context in this, that the winning time between gold and silver was like 0.1 second. It was effing crazy.
All right, that's justifiable then.
But we still got 0 gold and 0 bronze, so it makes absolutely no sense to me. Again, the America doesn't go through these random ass droughts for what, like the country, right? Maybe a few portions of the country because it's so fucking large, but that makes no sense to me. Cycling BMX freestyle, 0 gold, 1 silver, 0 bronze. Cycling mountain bike, 0 gold, 0 bronze. We got 2 gold in cycling track, 1 gold in cycling road. Diving, 0 gold, 1 silver, 0 bronze. Fencing, we did great in fencing.
got
2-1-1. Football, which I'm guessing is soccer,
Yes.
1. Shout out to the USA women's team. Some magical moments. I'll never forget. I'll never forget this. The wife and I are watching. The wife does not watch soccer at all. Has no idea what's going on. And like the goalie for USA made this incredible save to keep it 1-0.
One-handed. One-handed.
Yeah. Unbelievable. And I swear to God, she looked at me and she goes, "Wow, that person must be doing their job really well." And I went, "Historically well, honey."
On the grandest stage of them all.
Yeah.
I didn't say that at all. When I told her her and I were talking about this a couple days ago, and I said, "Listen, when I tell everyone on the pod, I'm going to tell everyone when you told me, wow, that person must be doing their job really well." I slow turned my head towards you, and I said, "Yeah, honey, historically well." Yeah. But anyways, shout out, they're fantastic. Rugby sevens 001. Sailing 001, Oh, are you talking binary? No, I'm talking about people who suck. Let's see here. Taekwondo.
There's one
001.
event that was extremely disappointing to me. And I
Yes,
think
sir.
we're going to get to it.
You know what? Yes, but considering everybody else did so, like a majority of these other groups did so terrible, wrestling went 2-2-3.
But did
Oh, I
you
thought
see the Cuba guy?
I thought the men did 0-3. They only got 3 bronze.
Women's, men's silver, women's bronze, men's bronze. Yeah, only women got gold. So yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Did you
Agree
see
with
the
you
Cuba guy?
100%.
Many Division I colleges we have and national champions and some of the best wrestlers in the world. We just
For weightlifting,
put
water
together.
polo, volleyball, triathlon, and tennis. It's what the hell? We got 1 silver, 1. Yeah. It's just overall a very disappointing. And you know what I blame this on? And we're going to be moving to football here shortly. And I'll give you guys the court after this. But I blame this on the participation trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been there. It's been there.
I blame this on the participation trophy culture. It's okay to
suck.
not be first place. I've never heard that in my damn life until this participation trophy culture happened. If you're not first, you're last. We need to start remembering that. Patrick?
No, I agree. 100%. You ain't first, you're last. Paul?
Paul?
I got one shout out that I want to say. It's the Cuban wrestler. I know it's not American, but the Cuban wrestler.
Yeah.
I think his name-
All
what's his
athletes. We
name?
love worldwide athletes here.
Majan Lopez.
Oh, I was about to
5
say Bajan.
straight Olympics in his weight class, which is the 50 kilos. 5 straight Olympic gold medals, and he retired after the Olympics after this year.
Good for him.
5 straight
Wow.
Olympics dominating.
Wow,
his
20
weight
plus
class.
years of
Well, maybe
just
we'll
straight
have a
domination.
chance now that he's gone.
Like,
Bright
like,
side.
it goes to what Charles has been saying. You send your
Yeah.
best every single time.
Exactly.
And if Cuba did anything in that specific sport in wrestling, they sent their best for
Oh, they sent
5
the
straight
heat.
Olympics.
They sent the heat. And the heat
And it's
responded.
like whoever replaces him as the guy for moving forward.
It's going to come from his gym.
Yeah.
Listen, you got some big shoes to fill.
For sure.
You got some big shoes to fill. And congratulations to Mr. Lopez and Cuba for just dominating the 50 kilo weight class.
Yeah.
Like, you
Beating
can't
that
even be upset.
ass.
And maybe next week we'll start the show off with one last Olympic goodbye, and we'll do a couple of singular athletic shout outs to those. Maybe, who knows? Because again, listen, I wasn't sitting here dogging on you. I'm sure whomever was out there gave it their best. That's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is, if that was your best in America, I promise you just didn't look at them because they didn't fit the bill for some
Prime
reason.
example, like like everybody who hasn't been living under a fucking rock hasn't realized the woman breakdancer has now become a fucking meme, a gif. That is your only claim to fame, is that you absolutely embarrassed yourself out there doing breakdancing. That's it. That's
And
all you need.
your country
Congratulations.
is embarrassed by you.
Oh yeah, their own country is like, what the? And
This is the best you send out there?
She said she had a PhD in breakdancing. That's what pissed people off.
What?
What kind of breakdancing?
Listen, I knew that I saw the power that was out there. Knew I wasn't going to win, so I just wanted to be different.
Exactly.
Like,
you were
again,
definitely different.
Some of these things that are in the Olympics, I have no idea. Like even the rock climbing. Why the fuck is rock climbing
Don't fall.
in the Olympics?
You want to know how to make that way more interesting? Just like I told you with the bear fighting and the bear wrestling. Start pushing some boulders over the edge. That's when it's going to get a lot more interesting.
Talk about-
And they don't got to be real boulders. They could be foam
Papers.
boulders. But yeah,
Make it hard.
we'll make it harder. Yeah.
Talking about bear and bear fighting. Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
So
He's
what?
fighting.
I'm still lost on what happened with
All right,
CBS.
all right,
What
all
happened?
right. I'll break.
Give us the lowdown, Patrick.
And Charles will hit us with it as well. So Deion Sanders he basically got called out in a pre-report, which came out that said that he was like the 13th or 14th best coach in the Big 12.
Shit.
If you look at the list, they're really not wrong.
Of course,
And
they're
then
not
on
wrong.
top of that, you still haven't done anything yet. As much as I like Prime, don't get
the
me
worst
wrong.
part, Charles, is gonna
Coaching
say
wise,
it, he blocked CBS Sports.
Yeah.
CBS Sports carries some of their games. Are you the dumbest coach on the planet? I get that you have animosity and you do not like this person that wrote
So
this
how
article.
are you going to be able
Guess
to
what?
watch your games if you're blocking the broadcast that's broadcasting?
No. He blocked them on like his social media.
Oh, I'm.
Well, and he
outside
refuses
of
to now
Jackson
take
State-
CBS questions.
Outside of Jackson
State.
Jackson State,
Yeah.
where you had the 3-year run over there.
Well, and you were able to
Great.
get the best players of the lot. The best players that were going in that situation would go to you.
But even in the Pac-12, you only won 4 games.
And let's be honest, I don't see him winning 3 games this year.
And this is the thing. Even if he's going to have to do a lot this year for people to believe in him as a coach in a bigger – you're in D1 now. You know what I'm saying? You're not in the HBCU where you could dominate. Like you said, you were able to get the best of the best to come to Jackson. But now you're in a bigger conference. You're in a bigger division.
Yeah.
You're playing teams that have had coaches there for 10, 15 years, some of them. And you're not going to out-recruit them. And then the fact that you're, as Deion Sanders, I love this. I love him as a human being. I love him as a player. But you're putting all your eggs off the transfer portal versus actually going to these kids and recruiting them out of high school. Unless I'm reading the stories wrong.
No. Have you read some of the other stories?
I'm just saying, mostly all the players that he gets are from transfer portal.
Auto? Have you read that one? Players coming out, ex-players coming out saying they treat the college campus like it's Grand Theft Auto. There's bags of money. There's cars being driven around. Guys going to strip clubs doing the.
Again.
It's ridiculous. If any of that is even remotely true, Deion Sanders has a lot of freaking people to answer to.
I said it last year. I say it again.
Yeah.
Deion is only there to coach his sons, and then he's gone.
Again, I might get a lot of heat because I'm brown and saying this, but right now, Coach Prime is not one of the top coaches that I would say I'm going to go play there because I know I'm going to win.
No.
You're not going to sit here and tell me you're going there because you're going to get seen because he's going to bring a show every week as far as attention.
Let's
right
be honest,
now on the field,
artist,
you're not convincing me that he's taking you to a national championship in the next
he's not.
2 to
He
3
hasn't.
years.
He hasn't taken Colorado to that next tier, the next step. Charles and I said this, I think, a long time ago. We both were in agreement that said, is he going to get recruits? Yes. Is he going to recruit? Yes. Problem being, you can't coach up players that are only there so that they can get their social media scores and their people more followers, more interest, more people looking at them. And then guess what? They're going to transfer out and go somewhere else.
Which is crazy to me because he says, I only want football players, but yet he can't see.
But yet he's in a vehicle, an
What's going
SUV, rapping with his kid, and they're creating social media TikToks together, and they're out there trying to get followers.
And this is
come
the
on,
thing.
man, it's a shit show.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. There's no way that any NFL team is gonna see what he's done in the last 2-3 years because this will be. I think this is Shador's last year of eligibility, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is also possibly Travis Hunter's last year because he's a junior.
If he gets hurt, I pray to God he doesn't get hurt.
But this is technically this could be both of their last year. And that's if he doesn't jump into the NFL because technically this is his 3rd year in college.
Yes, correct.
So technically you're not going to sit here and tell me that the last 2 years you're going to convince me that he's NFL coach worthy.
Just listen to Deion Sanders' freaking pep talks in the locker room.
I don't
At
give
the
a
end of it, he always says,
fuck.
"Give me my theme music."
There's no way that any
it's a
player
fucking
in the
clown
NFL
show.
that's been there 5+ years in the league is going to take Deion Sanders seriously right now as a head coach. If he can't get a bunch of kids,
somebody's
going
to
to
give him money, guaranteed. Someone will.
The
jump
only
on that.
dumbass I know that'll do that is Jerry Jones.
Wow.
That is the only
Jerry
dumbass
Jones already
that I
did
see
it
that.
one time, so we'll see.
Jerry Jones is one of the biggest dummies in the NFL right now.
All right, they don't pay Dak. They get Shador Sanders. All right,
You're not paying CeeDee Lamb. Dallas is the biggest circus shit show right now. I have more faith in Justin Herbert than I do in Dallas.
I'm upset with Dallas just because CeeDee Lamb might end up being one of my draft picks, and I have no idea where to draft him right now.
I loved your comment in our group chat too. All I've learned from doing these drafts is I don't want the first or second.
Listen, the amount of stress that first and second pick have. It's like you listen.
I don't want
In your mind, you're thinking, I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to do the right thing. And then you're like,
Yeah.
fuck, I didn't do the right thing. I
Yeah.
didn't do the right thing.
I started up last year, so it's obviously not that easy. Like you said,
Give me
I'd
like
rather
in the
third or
middle of the
fourth pick.
pack. Give me
Yeah.
the middle of the pack.
Three through six. I want 3 through 6.
Give me
Yeah,
that
3
middle
through
of the pack.
6.
That
Yep.
first pick is stressful.
And 3. If I don't get 3 through 6, I would want 8 or 14. Right?
If you guys want to do the purchasable, I don't. What's that draft even called?
Which one?
The one with the money. I don't even know what
Auction.
the auction
The
draft.
auction
Auction draft.
I'll ask Adam, and you guys reach out to the rest of them and to see.
Well, it might be a little late to do the auction draft this year, right? But I've just starting to read into it myself. I'm not against it. I think
I'm
it's
down
something
for
that,
whatever option y'all have. If
Yeah.
y'all want to wait till next year to do it and give these guys,
I'm just thinking we could do 2
I'm-
drafts next year.
I'm thinking we are going to do 2 this year. One of them is going to be our draft, and the
Yeah.
next one is going to be with the other guys.
With the other, okay,
Yeah.
I meant 3. I'm sorry, I meant
What
3.
kind of draft they're having.
Yeah.
With you guys that have one, mine. I got 2. And then I have another one with another group so I have 3 drafts already this year.
Oh boy.
And then if you throw the one with Nate and Bailey, that makes 4. I don't think I could do anymore. One year,
No, it's
I was
tough.
a dumbass. I did 8 leagues in 1 year.
No, you're
When
crazy.
I tell you the stress that I had in my life,
And I'm just thinking too, like,
How many titles?
I
Well,
had 3.
what
You had
you
3.
think?
2 for 8.
You think
The
you
other
put a
one's
guy in a
right.
lineup, and it turns out you put him in the other lineup, and you never really went and changed that lineup. So now you got a whole thing going on.
It was
I-
bad.
It
It
was
was
2 weeks in a row. I had an illegal lineup, and when we first were doing the Fox Sports one, so I completely was done. My whole team was like ruined. I was 0-3.
There was a league I was a part of. It was 15 years ago. This one
Yeah.
guy, it was his first time doing fantasy football, and we warned him, "Don't be a dumbass." It was at this time. It was Atlanta Falcons, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, all that stuff was going on. I think he drafted at least 5 players from the Atlanta Falcons on his team, and then we were all looking at each other. Oh, I
Number
can't
one rule.
wait till week 8, and you got to drop these motherfuckers.
The only thing that you can ever do is handcuff yourself with a quarterback and a running back, or a quarterback and a wide receiver, or a tight end. But then you have to make sure that the rest of your team is backed up.
Yeah.
That's it.
This one
2
guy,
players.
he wasn't looking at his bye weeks, and he had
Oh,
like,
he didn't look at the bye weeks. He just said,
but he
Well-
didn't draft. He didn't draft all the same team, but he wasn't looking at the bye. He was just drafting his favorite players from different teams.
well,
and a bunch
speaking
of
of
his
bye
players,
weeks,
it was bad. I was like, "You're an idiot."
I hope that we have a handful of them sons of bitches in all of our leagues. It makes winning a hell of a lot easier. And it makes
Unfortunately, I think-
making trades. We are
we
not
might
in
be
any
a
of
little
those
more
leagues
competitive this
anymore.
year.
Yeah, we are not in any of those leagues anymore. No,
We're
we
not.
are
We're not with dumbasses anymore.
We've got, and I've got a handful of people too. Cousin Chris said he wanted to get involved also. I'm not so. As soon as we get as soon as you get the league set up.
I can do that. I can do that tomorrow. And then
Okay,
we'll
cool.
We'll get it sent out to everybody.
Yeah, get the emails resent out. And yeah, that'll be
I'll
perfect.
send you my email in the chat
Yep, do that.
Yeah, and then I'll
in
once
3
it's
days.
yeah once.
He keeps telling me this stuff. By the way, everybody, Paul is in Facebook jail right now.
Y'all are
Got
some
'em.
sensitive motherfuckers.
Well, talking about sensitive backups,
And going backwards, we've coming up to the start of the NFL season, as we're all well aware. It was glorious watching football Thursday,
It really was.
today,
I got to see Caleb
yesterday.
play. and
Yeah,
it was.
we'll
it
talk
was
about that
peaceful.
soon. We'll
It was
talk about that soon. Actually, before we get to the list of quarterbacks, we're gonna do a top 5-ish list quarterbacks on hot seats. Why don't we go? We'll go ahead and we'll break down our preseason games. We'll start with the Packers and Browns, and we'll get to the Chicago Bears here in a minute. Jordan Love, 2 for 2, 63 yards and a touchdown. Perfect passer, QBR, 158.33. That's going to happen all year long. That's all I'm saying. 20 for 20 all year long.
All day.
All day long. The wide receiver I was very impressed with actually, was Grant Dubose. Big body, long arms, and the dude has been able to catch.
Let's be honest. He's probably going to take Malik Heath's position.
He 5 catches, 66 yards. He averaged 13 yards a catch, and his long was a 23. Green Bay's wide receiver room is stacked right now. This is fantastic news. The wide receiver, I was like, oh no, Bo Melton had that first drop,
He had a
and
terrible
then
game too.
then ended up just compounding it. He ended up having 3.
I think he was 3 drops. Yeah.
Yeah, he had 3. He had 1 catch for 12 yards, but I think he was like 1 for 4, 1 for 5. Defensively, somebody and I love how wrong I was, bro. Lucas Van Ness played 17 games for us last season. 3 tackles and a sack this game. Very excited for Lucas Van Ness. And then, of course...
As well, the running back, the Wilson or Williams, I can't remember his name.
Wilson, yep.
Wilson, he was fantastic.
Yeah. It's early, and I won't start questioning it now, but... Man, A.J. Dillon needs to get low. That's all I'm saying.
Dillon was with the second and third string offensive line, and our offensive line is very thin. Very thin.
Well, our offensive line did pretty darn good in the preseason. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Dillon in the backfield, so it wasn't really Dillon's fault.
No, I'm just... Dillon needs to get low. What looked like the backfield, to me, it looked like it was the line of scrimmage. And maybe he just was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. But, again, obviously, it's 1 fucking carry and it's too early. But the problem with A.J. Dillon and the problem that has been with A.J. Dillon is he runs straight up and down and he doesn't get low. The dude needs to get low. He's a big fucking tank with legs the size of fucking watermelons. It doesn't matter if he gets hit in the backfield or not. If he gets low, he should be able to push for 1 fucking yard.
Yeah, he had 4 carries for 2 yards. Yeah, exactly. That's it. My sentiments exactly.
Yeah. So, again, like you and I both mentioned, it is early. But just looking at it from player performance viewpoints,
I mean, we have the same exact running back. They just drafted Marshawn Lloyd. Literally the same running back. Him and Dillon are the same size.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Lloyd's biggest problem is fumbles, though.
Fumbles?
So, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure about that, but yeah. Shout out to Michael Pratt, though. 5 for 7, 46 yards, QBR of 94, 71 completion. Against third strings, so the only thing I can really say is at least he didn't get a concussion like Melton. Anthony Richardson is looking ridiculous again. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was very impressed with the Green Bay Packers. I think my favorite part about it was obviously the Jordan Love to Dontavian Wicks there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just that it was the throw, and it wasn't just that it ended up being a touchdown because that dude is fast. I didn't realize how fast he was. It reminded me last year, week 1, of Jordan Love's first potential play like that, and it was overthrown terribly. This one was so perfect. Everything about it, the wide receiver literally just turned his body, the ball dropped in the cradle, and then he kept running. Like, he turned his upper body. He didn't turn his whole body. His legs were still running. And he's just, boop. That accuracy is, and the ability to catch it when he caught it, I think that is going to be
by the way, we got to see Jaden Daniels' speed. He didn't run in for a touchdown. So he did look okay. He looked okay.
His ankle stayed on.
His ankle stayed on. He got hit. He got hit. And he stayed alive.
And he dropped a bomb, though, too.
That's going to happen.
Jaden Daniels' talent in my conversations have never been in question. In fact, if his ankles stay taped, I believe he's the better quarterback.
He's like the same size as every NFL quarterback.
Bro, his
6'4".
ankle,
He's
Oh
6'4",
my
dude.
God.
His
little.
pressers, his press conferences, he's so tiny, dude.
Are we
He's
talking
so
about
tiny.
Jaden Daniels or Kyler Murray?
Jaden
Kyler
Daniels.
Murray's about
Kyler Murray's
tall.
got Kyler Murray's
Foot taller than
shoulders
him.
are 2 times the width of Jaden Daniels, bro.
But he's also like a foot shorter.
He's a foot taller, yeah.
Not his ankles. not his fucking ankles, bro. Kyler Murray's got much better ankles than Jaden Daniels.
Just not kneecaps,
Yeah.
not knee tendons.
Hey, man, listen, we ain't talking about 206 bones on the body here, bro. We're talking about one, the ankle. All right? There's 2 of them, the ankle. You know, I'm not a doctor. I don't know how many fucking bones are in the ankle.
Still
I'm just
attached,
saying.
and the other one had to get surgically repaired. But
Hey, we don't know that yet.
we don't know
I'm
what's
just saying,
going on.
as of right now, as of
In theory.
August 11th,
Okay,
or
here's
what's today? August what?
here's
August 11th.
11.
okay.
Jaden Daniels' kneecaps are still attached by their ligaments, not surgically
Here,
repaired.
here's my question to the NFL officiants here. If I were to have asked you last year, in a world where Jaden Daniels and Anthony fucking Richardson were in the same draft and they hadn't played yet, and I was like, "Yo, who gets hurt first, Jaden Daniels or Anthony Richardson?" What do you say?
Anthony
Richardson.
You're a fucking liar. Both of you are liars. Anthony Richardson is built like a fucking tank. Jaden Daniels looks like the goddamn cartoon character Gumby.
Yeah.
Listen,
Anthony Richardson.
I just want to say this: if
Yeah.
Jaden Daniel makes it past a week 4, you better put a respect on his name.
Week 4, bro.
Hey, that's how far Anthony Richardson made it.
Okay, I'm gonna put respect on it, but it's with water soluble marker. Because week four is so fucking early. I don't expect to see him after week 12.
All right, if he's still there by Thanksgiving, you got to put respect on his name.
Motherfucker, water soluble. That's what I'm saying. Because the moment that motherfucker goes, I'm gonna throw water on that bitch, and I'm gonna be like, I was right the whole fucking time. I hope not, though. I do, and for all intents and purposes, I hope I'm wrong.
I hope all the rookies have a great season.
I do too. I really do.
As much shit as we talk about other players, listen, as much as I would pray and love to see Jordan Love break a big toe and be out for the regular season,
Yeah.
I, honest to God,
That's
I
fucked
don't
up.
wish injury on anybody, because at the end of the day, this is their fucking livelihood. This is how
Right.
they put food on the table.
Yeah.
And regardless of who I hate or whatever the case is, bodily harm is not on the top of the list.
No, never.
For anybody, because
No.
that's just fucked up. When people cheer, people getting injured, that's just weird. That's
Yeah.
weird shit.
So, well, talking about weird shit, the Bears beat the Bills 33-6.
2-0, baby. 2-0. Doesn't mean shit, but it's still
No.
2-0.
Tread very lightly with that 2-0.
That don't mean shit. However, as
Comma.
the wise man said, Charles, player performance overall, I thoroughly was pleased with who was on the field. I honestly think, I know we have a lot of running backs auditioning, but I honest to God think we have our 3-headed monster, technically 2, and it's nothing against Khalil Herbert, but I think Roshan Johnson is going to be running back number 2 once the season starts. I just think he's just a better fit for DeAndre Swift back there. Caleb Williams had a pretty decent showing into a sense of, okay, the progressions are there. He's reading the progressions. People are saying that he's holding the ball too long. It's, you go out there, motherfucker. Show me what you can do. But he went 4 for 7 and 95 yards, no interceptions. Yes, he didn't throw a touchdown, but he was still moving the ball. At the end of the day, you're moving the ball down the field. You're moving the chains. We had 19 first downs for the whole game, so everybody was moving. They were catching the balls. DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, they were moving. It was overall, I was pleased with what I saw. I'm almost certain with our next game that we have coming up, Caleb is probably going to stay out there a little bit longer, just because as preseason, we all know as preseason goes along, most of the starters stay longer and longer until the regular season starts.
Yeah.
And I know that we didn't play the Bills at their strongest, but hey, a win is a win. The confidence
Well,
is
no,
there.
we're talking about player performance here.
Right. The
Yeah,
confidence is
yeah.
building for these players. And I feel like this is good for Caleb to see him out there being comfortable, being himself out there. I'm like, just my biggest thing, don't get hurt, don't play stupid, and don't make stupid plays.
Yeah. Now, watching it from the other side,
Yes.
to start this conversation, I would like to say I agree with everything you're saying. I was thoroughly impressed watching Caleb Williams. Yeah. I was watching it, though, as a Packer fan. So there was a couple of things I did notice. One, he loves Rome too much. And it's going to
That's going to be very detrimental.
It's going to be the cause of a few interceptions, absolutely. Two, I really wish the NFL didn't ghost that penalty with Caleb. It really made no sense to me on the end of that drive, and I wish the Bills defender would have held on to the ball.
Yeah.
Not because I want to see Caleb fail. In fact, I do not. And PR and I and everybody, we've all talked about this many times, whether I've said it on the show out loud or not, I apologize. Right. But the reasoning for that is I wanted to see if he had a J.J. McCarthy moment, right? J.J. McCarthy threw that interception early, came out in the second half, and really, holy shit, where was that in Michigan? Motherfucker.
Well,
it didn't have to.
And they just need to hand the ball off.
Playing the college football game also shows you, too, how much your hands are tied to the coaching staff. The coaching staff calls the plays. It is what it is. That play, you can't go left, you can't go right. It is what it is. But anyway,
you got to do.
All right, can we bring something up with College Football 25? How many times has your ass hit Y to change the play, and then you realize that you're not going to be able to throw a pass for 3 more plays? That's what you're just talking about.
Yeah.
It is annoying. It's like
annoying.
when you're doing Road to Glory and you hit, for me, for PlayStation, it's triangle. Yes. When you hit that
button.
button.
You know, it's the same thing, different. You're
changing that button to try to change the audible, and they're all 3 running plays. And I'm like, I don't want to do a running play. I want to pass the ball.
And we know what Aaron Rodgers felt like in the huddle.
And so this is the thing. I'm starting to notice that it took me a couple of
You can audible at the line if you are the quarterback. Yeah.
But even with that, it's just
you got
to make sure that you're going to a school. I've learned that going to where a school that says multiple offense does not mean that it's going to benefit you as a quarterback. You need to go the ones that want to throw the ball.
Oh, the air raid, go to Texas.
Yeah. Texas Tech.
Find Rich Rodriguez wherever he's at.
Arizona.
But
yeah.
So anywho, no,
I like what I saw at the end of the day. I like what the Bears did. I'm like,
I love what I saw for the Bears. I really did. It
and that benefits us as a division.
Yeah, I had to tell myself, yo, this is the first preseason game.
Yeah,
like what you're seeing isn't necessarily what you're seeing. But to finish that point too, it's just a Packer fan talking shit. No, I just wanted to see how Caleb would react when adversity strikes. As a fan, especially like with Jordan Love in the beginning, I wanted to see it early because it's going to happen. And does it linger, or is it the next play? Like, again, I'm glad the universe gifted me the example, J.J. McCarthy. I mean, that first
interception going to stay in your brain. Or
and he had to sit on it the whole second half. So the whole halftime, and then to come out and a couple plays in, his play action is ridiculous, dude. I mean, Tom Brady-esque when it comes to play action, and that was one of Tom Brady's bread and butter.
Do you agree with me and Patrick saying that he's probably going to be the starting quarterback within the 4 to 6 weeks?
Yeah, you have to honor the run too. He is fat as hell.
Darnold is not going to hold on to that position.
It depends. It depends.
Well,
here's the thing. Those wide receivers that they threw it to were wide open. Let's be honest. Yeah. If Sam Darnold is missing those wide open wide receivers and throwing interceptions, then yes, he's going to the bench, no doubt. But if you had to ask me, I would rather J.J. McCarthy sit a full fucking year. I really would.
Yeah. So it's basically Sam Darnold's job to lose at this point.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. I'm already paying Sam Darnold. I have JJ for the next amount of years. The kid is so
There's no
effing
pressure
smart.
to start him now whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Lions are fucking great. The Packers are great. The Bears are brewing. Right
Yeah.
now in Minnesota, let's figure out who we are.
Yeah.
And
no
let's
pressure
not
to rush
race.
this.
Yeah, let's not race to become somebody we're not. We know what that. Your entire fucking history is trying to be the mirror image of somebody else in your division. Why not just be yourselves for once?
Yeah.
That would be a shocker.
So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be
Why we
interesting
got the
to
best
see.
division in the league.
But yeah, I think, unfortunately for Bears and unfortunately for Packers, I think I'm right when it comes to Caleb Williams. I think this year is going to have a lot of magical moments, but ultimately it's going to be a learning year. And there's going to be a significant, not a learning curve, but like
Growing pains. Just
the
say growing
CJ
pains.
Stroud anomalies don't fucking happen
8
every
to
year.
9
so-
wins.
Yeah.
8 to 9 wins.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I have not changed
The-
yeah.
at all.
I don't. I
stuck to
don't.
this.
I think
That's
the
what I'm saying.
schedule allows that. I think the
Oh, yeah, the
schedule
one-
allows
Everybody
that.
else is talking about 12 wins,
Yeah.
13 wins. Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got
Do I
talent around
want
him,
that?
so that's still there, even if
It's
he
not an
struggles.
impossible scenario.
Oh,
but
by no means is it
realistically,
impossible. No.
but
No.
realistically, being that our hardest games are in the second half of the season, let's be smart. Let's
That's
not
usually when a
get
quarterback
crazy.
comes into their own too. So play decent, play not to lose.
Build the
until you wear
momentum,
the
build the
system.
confidence, and then let's see what
Yeah.
happens 9 through 17. But for right
think-
now, my goal is, or my expectation is between 8 and 9 wins for the season.
Sure,
And
yeah, I
I'm
can see that.
mentally, as a Bears fan, I'm okay with that. Do I want more? Of course. Why the fuck do I not want 13 wins?
I
Like,
heard-
I'd be an idiot.
Yeah. I heard a statement, and I'm going to hold on to this for the rest of my life. I'll probably take it into my coaching career whenever that appears. But it's first downs.
Yeah.
It's
Just
not.
move the chain.
It's not this game. It's not today. It's not how many games are on the schedule. It's not what is our strength of schedule. It's not who is our opponent, right? It's about the first downs. On defense, you don't give up first downs, and on offense, you get first downs. It's
I just need you to
about
move the
that.
chain.
It's just about that first down in front of you. It's not about what happened behind you. It's about that first down in front of you.
Right.
And I'm like, holy shit, yeah.
It's valid.
100.
That's
Because,
valid,
I mean,
yeah.
you start thinking, hey, I need a touchdown on this drive. Okay, how do you get that touchdown?
Got to move the ball.
You got to
Gotta
move
get
the
first
ball.
downs.
You got to get that first downs. Don't worry about the touchdown comes with the first downs. You get that
Right.
first down, you're going to get a touchdown. It's about first
And
downs.
I don't know how many times I've preached that to so many people and they don't understand. What do you mean get first down? Listen, yes, do I want long passes? Yeah, cool. But you realize as you chip away down the field, not only are you getting first downs, you're taking time off the clock. You're giving the other team's offense a less likelihood of being on the field so that they can't score.
Yeah. It's
Time of possession and first downs are a big factor when it comes to the game.
yeah. The best part about this is week 1 of preseason, baby. So, moving forward, we'll get way more information by next Sunday. I'll be very excited about that. Preseason game week 2 ends up being pretty special.
We play the Bengals next, so that's going to be interesting.
Yes. Now let's see. Packers preseason.
We play the Bengals on the 17th and the Chiefs on the 22nd. That should be fun.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so we play the Broncos. We're going to get to see Bo Nix. I'm excited about that. He actually did pretty good. And then Saturday, August 24th, hell yeah, it's a noon game. Ravens, your boy, he going to be there. Can't wait. That's going to be exciting as shit. Unfortunate news for any Packer fan that wants to sit next to the grass. At this point, all 25 rows all around Lambeau Field are pretty much taken. So you're going to be buying them from a third party, and you're going to be spending an ass load of money on them. So that's going to be insane. When the wife and I looked at the Lions game, right, the home game versus the Lions, It was $455 a ticket.
One of my bucket lists is to go see a game in Soldier Field one day in my life. That is.
We're going to have to make that soon, actually, because Soldier Field's going to be gone.
Yeah.
We all are aware of this, right?
Yes.
Like, it's not, is it going to be gone?
It's when.
going to be gone. Yeah.
It's just a matter of when.
Yeah. So we're going to have to. Next year would be the last year we can do it.
Listen, we got a year to plan it out then.
Yeah. So we got 1 year to plan it out. So
I'll
that'll
go
be
to a
perfect.
Green Bay Bears game and we
Yeah.
all sit next to each
Yeah,
other.
it's basically a home game for us. So
Fuck off.
then afterwards we can catch the planetarium. All right.
Yes.
I would want to do the whole loop, the museum, the fucking.
Listen, we'll make a weekend out of it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. All right, moving on to our hot seat quarterback list. And coming in at number 5, Geno Smith.
Solid.
Coming in at number 4. And I don't have a lot of faith in this one. And actually, I've taken number 4 out. He's going to go back to honorable mention. I'm putting in Jacoby Brissett. Coming in at number 4. Jacoby
Really?
Brissett. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's the Drake May's the future there. I don't think it's, or old boy there. What was his name? Melton the Third, or does he play for Detroit? No, Hendon Hooker. Melton.
Hendon Hooker.
Yeah. Hooker plays for Detroit.
Detroit, yes.
Yeah, Melton the Third.
He plays for Pets.
Yeah. Him and Drake May, I think that's going to be super interesting. But yeah, I've got Jacoby Brissett playing for his job. I wouldn't be surprised if he's on the bench well before Thanksgiving. Coming in at number 3, Bryce Young. I think, yeah, absolutely.
That team is so trash. They are not going to bench the guy that they spent that much money on.
Nah.
No way.
Maybe not this year. Maybe next year.
No, coming
But
in
not
at
this year.
Here's my thought process on this. If Bryce Young plays another year this year like he had last year, there is no way Carolina's moving forward with him in my mind.
Well, Carolina ain't never going to win a Super Bowl probably anyway, so.
I think they're going to give him the Justin Fields treatment.
Yeah, I think
they're
they're
going to
just
give
gonna
him
be
2 more
whatever.
years, and then if he doesn't do anything by next
They'll
year,
give him
he's
until
gone.
his contract is up. Yeah,
The Atlanta Falcons drafted Big Phoenix Energy with Kirk Cousins. I'm telling you right now, if the Carolina Panthers have a top 2 pick next year, they're taking a quarterback.
Yeah, but how many more years do you think Cousins has left in him?
Not
The
that
2?
many.
Only. What if Penix is just there to learn behind him?
Regardless, 3. Yeah.
At
It
most
is.
3,
I mean, I'm
2
just
at
saying
the
that's a
least.
pretty cool Jordan Love situation, like you said. What they should do with JJ in Minnesota, maybe Atlanta's taking it. Maybe they're taking a page out of the old Packer book. I don't know.
No, I don't disagree with Atlanta's pick. I don't,
No,
to be
no,
honest with you. Here's
I
the
don't
thing.
think Bryce Young
You,
is the worst.
with Kirk Cousins, you don't plan on having a top 10 pick
But
anytime soon.
I guess Carolina, you just don't have a backup plan at this point. So that's why I
No.
think Paul and I are like, I don't see it happening because I don't even know who their backup is, to be honest with you.
Yeah, just the videos. No, the videos I'm seeing out of the videos I'm seeing out of training camp. Bryce Young is missing his wide receivers and they're wide open, with no pads on. Okay, it doesn't matter when you play that bad. When you're not going to get a third chance in the NFL, because let's even pretend Carolina wins 0 games next year and then wins 4 games the following year. You've just officially won yourself out of a top 3 draft pick.
I didn't think they were going to win a game last year, and they did win one. So
They're not winning a game this year.
you don't think they're winning a game?
No, hell no. Listen,
But I still don't think Bryce Young's on the hot seat.
Right. Are they losing? Are they winning because of Bryce Young?
I feel like that's the only way they win.
Right, and they're losing because of Bryce Young.
Yeah.
But they're also losing because they're just a shitty team.
Yeah, but even Mitchell Trubisky won 11 games.
But we also had a defense that carried most of those games.
I'm just saying. Listen, you can argue with it all you want. And when I'm right at the end of the season, it's going to make me even more glorious. Coming in at number 2, Aiden O'Connell.
How?
Yeah, they got nobody behind him. I don't.
Yeah, they got. Listen, these are hot seats, right? These are quarterbacks I don't think are going to be starters either some point in time this year or going into next year.
Just meant they either A, aren't going to get a contract from that team and they're going to be kicked off the team, or B, they're gonna lose their
my
job.
list is gonna look a little different.
Yeah,
than
my
yours,
list
but
is a
usually
little
it
different
is.
too. I like this. I like this.
That's
I like
all right.
this.
But listen,
I like
that's why
this.
they're hot takes.
Listen, Geno Smith just got a new contract last year, and you guys were okay with him being on the hot seat.
He got a contract 2 years ago, and he's been dog shit since then.
Yeah, he's been fooled.
And everyone on this list has been dog shit since then.
But they didn't get a contract like Geno Smith did.
They're all dog shit. All right. All right. Coming in at number 1, same fucking scenario, and you guys are going to love this one, Sam Darnold.
When you go, hey, yeah, I knew what you were gonna go with here because you asked about the head, and I was like, yeah.
Okay, so my honorable mentions, of course, Daniel Jones, Will Levis.
Deshaun Watson.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
You only had one player on there that I had on mine. That's it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, Paul and
That's
I.
awesome.
Yeah, I do.
I think me
that's
and
awesome.
Patrick might have the same list in different
Yeah,
order.
we
though.
might. You want to go first? You want to go first?
I'll go first. I do
All
have.
right.
I pulled a Charles, and I do have an honorable mention, but just one though.
I have one.
Not 5. So I'm gonna go with honorable mention, and I'm gonna work my way up from bottom to top. My honorable mention is Mr. Will Levis from Tennessee.
Nice. We call him a Will Levis experiment for a reason.
It's just not gonna work, buddy. I'm sorry. And then number 5, I'm like, again, until he can prove me otherwise, I got Justin Herbert on the hot seat, just because. Again, I don't think he earned his contract, or at least as much as they gave him. I don't think he earned that just because you got Rookie of the Year. Good for you, but I'm like, no. And then definitely Deshaun Watson, because sir, you are playing like shit, like ass, and for as much money as you got paid, fully guaranteed, I need you to do something.
Yeah.
If I'm Cleveland, I'm pissed.
Yeah,
Not
that
only because
whole-
I traded the farm and picks, but I gave you almost $300 million in fully guaranteed money, and you have done nothing. Joe Flacco has done more for me off the couch than you have.
Caleb Williams looked better than Deshaun Watson. That's
this
crazy
is,
to me.
This is ridiculous at this point. I'm paying you good money to suck.
Yeah, throwing the ball while you're falling backwards on your back heel. The fact that wasn't intercepted blew my mind. But it was just thrown so bad.
I got Derek Carr at 3 because, again, they paid you a whole lot of money in New Orleans.
Ooh,
and you
how did I miss
suck.
Derek Carr? I just feel bad for the Saints. Good pick.
My second person who's on a hot seat, just because, again, I'm paying you a lot of money to do great, and then you suck when it matters. Dak Prescott. You're a great regular season quarterback, but as much as I still think that it's stupid for Dallas not to sign him, I'm like, I can see why they wouldn't want to sign him. Because, again, you've been here almost 6-7 years, and we can't make it past the divisional round with you. So
It really is a Dak Prescott thing.
it is what it is. There's a reason that, again, it's stupid because, again, nobody knows what your backup plan is to replace him. But then at the same time, your current quarterback roster is not that great.
The playoffs last year, small pause. We're going to get to the coaches here in a second, but humor me if you wouldn't mind, gentlemen. Dallas's loss, is that more on the defense or the offense in that playoff game?
And two things be true at the same time.
Yeah, game prepper. Let's say game prep. Game preparation was a problem.
Because the defense blew it as being one of the top defensive teams in the league, and then offensively,
which forces your offense. Defensively, they blew it so bad. Let me throw this light in there. When you're down so much early because your defense was so atrocious,
playing catch up hurts.
You're now, whatever game plan you had is gone. You are now praying the defense wakes up, and you now have to play catch up against a playoff defense.
And it's not just even that. To add even more to that, you're not only as an offense, you're having to play catch up. You're hoping that your defense will wake up because the other team's offense is already singing, and they're playing like a well-oiled machine. So it's like,
which
You're
is
playing against
allowing the
yourself.
other defense to stay rested. And
You're playing
yeah.
against two folds at this point. You're hoping your defense wakes up, and you're hoping your offense is good enough to catch up to the offense.
And not only that, but now you've got a defense pinning their ears back the entire time because
It's a double-edged sword that you're doing, and
Okay.
so you're killing yourself on two fronts.
So did I sway you at all to feel a little bit more towards the defense than the offense?
No,
In that playoff loss?
no, because this is the same Dak that's done this in playoffs
I-
almost
I-
6 years in a row.
Well, I'm not so much talking about Dak so much as just performance-wise of defense and offense.
I think the
They both
defense
were
let the
equally as
team
bad.
off. The defense let the team down. It was more on the defense than it was offensively.
Right, because Matt LaFleur took the ball and they went 7-0 and like
down their throat, yeah.
But
And-
this is my issue. As
Yeah.
Dak Prescott supposedly to be an elite quarterback, even if your defense is letting you down, you're still not able to put points on the board.
Now remember, I did say for a small moment we're talking about coaches.
The coach, listen, Mark McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Mike
He's a
McCarthy
good coach, but
clearly
he's a
is
terrible playoff.
he's not doing adjustments properly, because if you really have one of the top 5 teams defensively and offensively in the league, and you're not making adjustments every quarter, fuck halftime. If you see by the first quarter you're getting blown out by a first-year starter in the league, what are we doing?
Now my question here though is, in that scenario now, whether I was able to sway you or not, we both have feelings about the defense regardless of the offense. How did one guy get a head coaching job and is revered as a great pick, and the other guy is now on the hot seat?
Oh, Mike
one guy-
McCarthy
the one-
needs to go.
The one guy arguably is the cause of 2 of the most significant losses in football history. The Dallas Cowboys getting smoked and the Falcons losing when they were up 28-3.
I think the best thing for Dak, even though I still think he's on the hot seat, I think the best thing for Dak is to get the fuck out of Dallas.
Yeah. So we'll get back to the coaches here when we pull up the coaches. I
My-
agree with you. I agree with the Dak on the hot seat, as weird as it is.
And then my top guy, only because, again, I still don't think that he should have got the money either,
Yeah.
is Daniel Jones. I think because I talked to a Giants fanatic, and he says the way that Daniel Jones' contract is structured, that after this season, the 2024-2025 season, if the next 2 years are an option. So the Giants have an option, either if they opt in, they're stuck with him for 2 years, or they can just cut ties this upcoming off season. So not only is he in the hot seat for a security purpose, you're on the hot seat to be like, okay, yes, you had that one good year. We're chalk last year because you got hurt. We'll chalk that up as a wash. But now you're under a whole lot of pressure this year, because not only do you got to prove that you are one of those good quarterbacks, it's a contract purpose at this point now.
Yeah, I think regardless, he'll end up. I don't think the team's going to pick up that 2-year option. I think it'll come down to contractual talks. I believe regardless, they're going to keep Daniel Jones. And if it's a
They're going to have to
terrible
restructure all.
yeah, and if it's a terrible year, they're only keeping him to see when their new drafted quarterback is ready.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah, I think. But question for you.
Answer.
There's a lot of talk about the Cowboys, the Commanders, and the Eagles. We are 1 year removed from the Giants being a decent playoff team.
Uh-huh.
A healthy Giants.
Okay. No.
What if Daniel Jones balls out, bro?
No, they got rid of all their offensive linemen.
No.
Their defensive players gone. They don't have Saquon Barkley anymore. They lost a lot.
You're
last
asking
few
Devin
years.
Singletary to replace Saquon Barkley.
No.
Listen,
We put the ball in Daniel's hands. Singletary just has to be a good running back.
No.
6 wins max.
Listen, Listen, the same way you feel about Bryce Young is how I feel about Daniel Jones. It's not gonna fucking happen.
I'm just saying, one of us is going to be having a much different conversation come Thanksgiving. One of us is going to be.
Listen,
That's all
as
I'm
long
saying.
as we're not talking about Caleb, I don't give a shit what that
Probably
conversation
not
looks
Bryce Young. If we're being honest, I don't trust the Cowboys. I think,
like.
and
You already
I
know what I said about the guy. They're not making the playoffs next
yeah.
year.
I don't trust the coaching staff for the Commanders. I don't. I mean, I've seen what the coaching staff can produce.
Unfortunately, I hate to say this, they probably still are more on the same page than the Eagles coaches are, because the Eagles coaches got a whole lot of shit going on right now.
And I'm glad you bring that up. And with the Philadelphia Eagles, a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but health and coaching staff do not equal a Super Bowl win. And right now, coming into the season, you have a ridiculous amount of questions about your coaching staff.
Yeah.
And an ungodly number of questions about injuries that nobody wants to talk about.
Apparently, none of the coaches are getting along with the players. The players are questioning the coaches. It's just one of those situations that it doesn't bode well, and it bleeds negativity into the team. Like whether it's the defense, the offense, whatever it be. Team chemistry means a lot of those teams that win championships. That's one thing they do have is team chemistry.
It's
hard. We've all been there.
I can't say that Daniel Jones is going to ball out and keep a straight face because there's no fucking.
Oh, it's hard for me to say that too out loud, just so we're all aware. But
is it a possibility?
It's not impossible to me.
Everything is possible. Everything, right? It's the NFL.
I feel the same way about Kyler Murray that I do Daniel Jones. Right? When you were healthy, you took your team to the playoffs.
I get it. I get what you're saying. I do. I wholeheartedly get it. But no.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not running to put money on it, but I'm just saying the NFC East is a fucking whirlwind of adventures.
It's a shit show.
What did they go, like 13 or 14 straight years where nobody won back-to-back?
I think they're going on 14 or 15 years now where the last, I think, team to win back-to-back was the Eagles.
Yeah, right? So it's
a shit show.
Now, you assume that it's the Eagles this year. On paper, take out the health, take out the coaching.
On paper, the Eagles should be the head-on favorite.
But how many damn times on paper does that come out?
Not every time.
Almost never, to be honest.
Technically, the Cowboys on paper are the best team in the league every year. And we see how that shit show turns out.
This doesn't have a whole lot to do with the first game of the season for me.
Oh, the Packers are playing the Eagles.
As much as it is, it's hard for you as a Bears fan to sit here and tell a Packers fan that we're terrible. Because historically, that's not true. It's been the opposite. So when you take that same foundational thinking to the NFC East, it's not that I hate the Eagles. I love the Eagles. I love what they bring to the table. I love their energy, right? The fan base is wild and wacky. That's cool. It's the NFC East. Like, I'm just here to tell you that something crazy is going to happen. And it's usually, when you're talking about crazy, it usually involves the Commanders or the Giants. So if I'm going to pick an egg out of that basket, Commanders or Giants, who's the dark horse in the NFC East this year? I've got way more faith in the Giants than I do the Commanders.
I'm picking Washington. I'm definitely picking Washington.
Between the ankles and Dan Quinn, I'm feeling pretty good about the Giants.
Between Daniel Jones' ankles and him tripping over his own ankle, I'm picking Jaden
Daniel Jones got a neck injury because of his forehead, bro.
He tripped over himself.
Yeah, he tripped himself.
Yeah. I get it.
Listen, outside, this is the thing.
There's people who think the Bears are going to the Super Bowl, so
and
it's
they're
hard for
fucking delusional. I'm just gonna call it for what it is. I'm gonna call it a spade. If you, as a Bears fan, think that we have a legitimate shot right now with no proof whatsoever that we're going to the Super Bowl year one with Caleb Williams, sir, ma'am, he, her, they, them, whatever you want to pronounce yourself as, stop doing drugs.
Talking about drugs. All righty, Patrick. Hit us with your list.
I got the same honorable mention. Will Levis, dog shit, terrible. Not going to accumulate any yards, any stats, any touchdowns. Going to be benched probably week 3. Number
Who?
5. What's that? Will Levis? Anybody, any quarterback.
They're gonna
What do you
get Joe
mean?
Flacco off the
What do you
bench.
mean? I think he got benched last year.
I don't know.
I think he
It doesn't
did.
matter. He's
His
dog
3
water
interception
anyway.
game. That whole team is.
No expectations.
But maybe they'll bring back Tannehill. I mean, he's a
one?
free agent.
Which one?
The real one. Ucho Cinco.
All right, what's number 5?
Number 5 is Deshaun Watson. Unfortunately, the amount of money. This guy is the only quarterback that gets paid that amount of money, and he could be benched again for Flacco. But Flacco is not there, correct?
Mason Rudolph is the
Mason
Titans'
Rudolph.
backup. Mason Rudolph.
Oh, you
He last played for the New England Patriots.
Who? No, he played for the Steelers.
Oh, he was for the Steelers last year.
Mason Rudolph was to the Steelers for the last 2-3 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
Steelers.
Yeah, Mason
Yes,
Rudolph
baby.
was the answer of Ben.
Yeah,
Number
he-
4 should not be any surprise to you. He's playing for his career and the opportunity for him to ever have a job ever again. Russell Wilson.
I like that. Yeah, yeah.
I had him and then I
100%.
took him off.
He has to be, because does he not have one of the most hottest seats? Because right behind him is Justin Fields, and then Pickett's gone with Philadelphia, and I think behind Russell Wilson and
I would say it's the hottest seat, but he's comfortably in a fire retardant suit. To be honest with
he
you.
likes to be in that seat.
Well, I mean,
He's
it's
still
just,
getting paid $57 million.
He's going to get paid the $57 million, and if he doesn't make it in the NFL after this, his wife is Sierra. Yeah, I
Now,
don't see the fire behind it. Yeah, I agree with you, Patrick.
I'm gonna watch both, not Charles's eyes because he's got the sexy shades on, but Paul's eyes are gonna pop right out of his fucking head when he hears this one. All right, now bear with me as I explain this one to you.
We're about to bear down. Here we go.
You are gonna look at me like this boy is smoking crack. All right, number 3 for me, and you're gonna be like, no, Brock Purdy, because Brock Purdy is still under a $900,000 contract. He has not really proven himself to earn that money.
Okay,
If he does not do it again, if his stats aren't there, does he deserve a $45-50 million contract?
Can I go
With
first?
a year and a half worth of work?
Yeah, go
Can I
ahead.
go first?
Yeah, yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, I'm going to say this. I'm not...
Only for his contract is he under heat.
Right. So,
No, I
I'm
totally
not-
understand why you got
That's
him
what I'm
there.
saying.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not
not
saying his job is
surprised.
in
I'm not
jeopardy.
disappointed. I'm not like upset at him being on the list. If it's just for contract purposes, then yes,
Yeah.
I get it. I have an understanding.
Well, he's not
100%.
going any. He's not going anywhere.
However, there's no way on this planet, even if he doesn't get $59 million a year, San Francisco would be the biggest dumbass next to Jerry Jones to let Brock Purdy walk away
Yeah, no.
without
no,
at least giving him something.
We're all in agreement with that.
Yes.
Patrick's more or less.
Right.
Is this going to be?
Contract-wise,
Is this going to be a $31 million contract or a $51 million
Right.
contract?
I
Yeah.
can
basically.
legitimately see that being this,
And that's
this
why
is
he's at
technically
3,
a contract year.
because I think
Yeah.
that it's more important for him to
No,
put
to be honest with you,
It's valid.
in my opinion, it's probably the hottest seat of all quarterbacks.
because that's your future.
Yeah, because I mean, you're
going
basically
from getting paid $800,000 a year
Yeah,
to
937 with the signing bonus. I looked it up.
well, even
here.
$31 million a year
That's
is life
still a
changing.
big increase.
But to your point, Patrick, if I'm going to have a terrible season, I want it to be next year.
Yeah,
Because I'm going to have a bad season, and a bad season for a Brock Purdy type player is not going to go over well. Like, it's not going to go over well. It's going to
That's why I
be
mean,
20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, right?
That's
Like,
what I mean.
it's yeah.
If
So
he-
if that happens this year, you're looking at $30 million,
Yeah.
and then he comes back and has back-to-back 30-plus touchdowns, less than 11 interceptions, and
now
you're like,
getting paid $80 million.
and you're like,
die.
holy
It's to
shit.
Have an NFL job. It's do or die.
Yeah,
Am I,
yeah.
Like you said, a $30 million guy or a $50 million guy.
$50 million
Sure,
guy, yeah.
It's very
All right.
valid.
And
you
you're
can
in
understand the
California,
point.
so that 30 million's more like 7.
You know, had I just say Brock Purdy and not giving you some context, you all would have said, "Stop right now."
I would have been like, Mike isn't even here, dude. What are you doing?
Mike's not here to even argue this.
You're worried
All
about
right.
the wrong guy getting upset.
No. I have a different take on my number 2 because I know yours is he got paid a lot of money, but in reality, he didn't get paid that much money. At the time, Daniel Jones got paid a lot of money, and he's my number 2. The reason he's on the hot seat is, like Charles and I both believe, is that he actually does have better weapons now, and he should be better. And we all expect him to be better, but will he be better?
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with him being number 1, number 2, number 3.
Yeah.
I've got him in my honorable mention.
Yeah.
I don't, because regardless, this is a Brock Purdy situation all over again. He's playing for something more than security. He does not have that security, right? Because
He
regardless,
doesn't want to be a bench guy.
yes, regardless, he's getting a new contract at the end of the year. Because if Daniel balls out, he's going to more or less be looked at and, hey, let's get this into a more team-friendly, solidified, secured contract.
Right.
So you're going to be in contract talks with Daniel Jones regardless. Is it going to be $30 million or is it going to be $50 million? Because I don't think the Giants are going to be in a top 5 pick scenario, and I can't imagine after them giving up Saquon Barkley that they're going to give up the farm to pick up a free agent. So they're going to be looking towards the draft. This is what the Giants does. We'll have to get your boy on here, bring in the Giants, because I want to hear a little bit about.
I'm like, you let me know when you want me to get it.
Yeah.
Send it to him.
Probably
Yeah.
before the season starts here.
Yeah. Why not? Why not
today.
next weekend? Why not next weekend?
I'll reach out to him today.
Yeah, perfect. But yeah, just to me, I think the Giants are in a much better situation than the Cowboys. I think the expectations are higher for the Cowboys than the Giants, and it's the NFC East. Yeah. So the Eagles are a few season-ending injuries away from them being terrible for 2 years. The Cowboys are going to be terrible for the next handful of years. They've got money where they shouldn't. They can't figure out the coach or the quarterback. It opens the door. Yeah, it opens the door for Washington and New York.
Now, this one might throw you off a little bit, and because he didn't have a terrible year last year, the team wasn't fantastic by any means, but I don't believe that he's going to be able to survive another season of them struggling offensively and not being able to get it done. And that is Derek Carr for the New Orleans Saints. After drafting Spencer Rattler,
he is going to take over the spot.
I believe that is their equivalent. Spencer Rattler is a poor man's Drew Brees with legs that can run. By no means is he Drew Brees. He is your poor man's bum on the street, Drew Brees.
But I think he might be more efficient than Derek.
But he can wing it. Yeah.
At this point,
It's Derek Carr's job to lose.
No, to add to your, I don't think that it's even
Derek's Carr to lose. I think he's going to end up losing it.
Because I'm going to give you the quarterback room behind him. Jake Hayner, Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill is a gimmick quarterback who
he's a Swift Army knife.
Yeah. He is not a starting quarterback.
No, Spencer Rattler is probably. It's just.
But he's fourth.
Where I was getting with that was complimenting your point. Actually, is that the ceiling is much higher on Rattler than it is on Derek Carr, and that's only because we can see Derek Carr's ceiling, and Spencer Rattler is still clouded. Where is this dude's ceiling at? Preseason wise, he's doing pretty decent too. Yeah. But John Gruden being exiled from the NFL destroyed Derek Carr's career, and that's basically
true.
I would not bat an eye or argue with anyone who thinks Derek Carr's the number one on the hot seat. Arguably, the only reason the Saints weren't in the playoffs last year was because of their quarterback situation. Yeah. They had a more than good enough defense.
My brother-in-law, when they signed him 2 years ago, because my wife and their family, they're big Saints fans.
Yeah.
So when they signed him, he was like, the first thing he said in the group chat, he was, I don't like this. Yeah. This isn't going to work.
No.
Nope.
And for the last 2 years, it hasn't worked.
No. Listen, that was perfect. I loved those. We're going to get into dad jokes and some facts here in a second. We'll do the coaches next week.
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll get some more fantasy talking. College football will be 1 week away at that point. We're going to have a lot to talk about on college football. We've got our New York friend. Give him a shout out real quick, PR.
Oh yeah, Sneaky G, man. We're gonna send him a little invite over to come over next Sunday so we can get some New York Giants football insights.
Yeah, and very grateful for him too, because you guys drown me all the time. I feel like I'm the only one back in the Giants most of the time. It's funny.
Oh, dude, if you follow him on TikTok, man, he makes me laugh so much.
You follow him on TikTok?
Oh man, he makes me laugh so hard.
Listen,
he will throw it back on people so hard. He knows
it's
his
like
stuff big time.
Listen, if there's anything about him, he knows his Giant stuff.
Yeah.
Just a fan should know their stuff. So he's great to talk to. I've been on his show a couple times, and he was here almost about a couple months ago. He's been dying to come back. Yeah. And on top of that, one thing I do want to say, he has a guy, he's 18 years old. He's a diehard Cowboys fan. I just want to warn you, he also wants to come on the show one day. The only rule I gave him is, listen, if you come on the show, I need you to have a camera, because you're not going to be coming on here and all is a little silhouette of a picture. I need to see your face when you're talking to me.
That brings up a good thinking point. Patrick, I was going to shoot this out to you anyways, but as the season goes on, I would love to hear voices of the fans. So I like the Lions right off the bat. We could pick up Brent, Mr. Becker there.
I got a couple guys that I can bring around if you don't mind.
No, we do not mind at all. 100%.
I'll talk to my guys that are knowledgeable and stuff, and see if they got time to come in right before the season starts and get some different teams insight and stuff like that.
Yeah. And what we can do is we'll give them all each 7 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And we'll basically, at the start of our NFL season episodes, we'll call them up. We'll bring them on for 10, 15 minutes.
Well, let's call it Make Me a Fan segment.
Yeah, I'm with it. it.
Yeah.
Yep. I want to. Yeah. So that'll be fantastic to do. We'll push more of the fandom, because man, let me tell you, the NFL fans are fantastic.
Well, let's be honest. We don't know what the side of other teams. We know the Bears fans. We got Paul. We know the Eagles fans, the diehards.
Yep.
We know the Packer fans, diehards. We know that Sneaky G Man is a big diehard Giants fan that knows a lot of stuff.
Sneaky knows a very big diehard Chiefs fan too. So I'm like,
that would be interesting.
He's a big guy. So
nice. This will be fantastic. Yeah. I want to get more of the fans involved. I can't wait. That'll be very exciting. Yep. So we'll do coaches, fantasy. We'll get some Giants insiders next week, so that'll be awesome.
For fantasy, though, I want you to come up with one player to avoid for fantasy football.
Okay, nice. Now, avoid completely or avoid until when?
How about let's just say avoid this player, and avoid this player as in a possible injury or
Yeah, because like right now with the CD Lamb scenario, I would avoid him until the end of round 2, beginning of round 3.
You don't know what's going to happen with some of these guys.
Maybe,
he might be sitting out because of contract.
Yeah, because he was sitting in and now he's out.
That's the other thing. Just because of like the Jordy Nelson type thing, I hate to draft until the last week of preseason, because I will get burnt by this freaking bug every single time we do this.
I think we're drafting the last Friday. I think it's the Monday before the Thursday night game.
And I think we are going to do the Saturday before the last game. Yeah. So if that works out, Paul, if that works out for you, otherwise, if you think that's a better time,
let me see when we're drafting. I can pull it up right now.
It'll be Saturday night, evening, whatever. It'll be later. So you can get your dinner plans in and whatnot, stuff like that.
Because it's going to be a couple hours.
Yeah, it usually is 2.5, 3 hours, right,
so
Charles?
My other league, we're drafting on the 31st at 6 p.m. So that is a Saturday.
Oh, all right. We could also do like a Sunday afternoon. It doesn't really matter.
Sunday.
Yeah, if it's not Saturday, it'll have to be Sunday at 6.
I'm fine with that.
We can do that.
Yeah, that will be the absolute last day.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Perfect. Okay, hit us with some dad jokes.
All right. How does a bird with a broken wing manage to land safely? With a sparrow shoot.
I was going to say tweet something.
Out of all the animals, what one is the least interesting?
I don't know. I'm thinking
a bear.
A bear?
Actually, a boar.
Boar. What?
I read it wrong.
Bear.
What dog? This is the last one. What dog do other dogs tell their problems? A complaint Bernard.
Maybe Bernard.
All right, that's all I got.
The sad thing is about them dad jokes. You think you know the answer, and you don't have any clue, and it's basic. Not one.
And it never
Makes
makes
you feel-
sense half the time.
No, and it makes you feel dumb. Like I feel dumb not thinking about that. Charles is over here
Looking
pounding
up
away on
something.
the keyboard trying to get us some fun facts here.
You guys can hear that?
Yeah.
I like that noise.
You're tap dancing over there.
Listen, when you're the stats guy, sometimes you guys throw out some random ass questions. I've had to get quick.
Attacking
Okay.
that keyboard.
It's Delaware fun facts. First state. Delaware was the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution on December 7th, 1787, earning it the nickname the First State. It's a small wonder. It's the second smallest state in the U.S., only larger than what state?
Hawaii.
Okay, your guess was Hawaii.
You
What was
said
your
only
guess?
larger than one other state?
Yeah.
Vermont.
Okay, both of you are wrong. You suck. Read a geography book. Geography.
Read
It's,
an English
it's the book with the long. It's the book with the long neck and the polka dots.
Trying to be
Rhode
nice.
Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Rhode Island. Yeah.
I don't even think of Rhode Island because I'm like, I don't even know. It just looks like this tiny little blip on the map.
This was weird for me to know. Over 60% of Fortune 500 companies are incorporated in Delaware due to its business-friendly laws.
They have a
that
huge lawyer. Lots of lawyers are there as well.
So they're dickheads.
60% of Fortune 500 companies are incorporated in Delaware.
That's nuts.
And everybody, small politic talk real quick. You can't tell me you don't know what you're talking about when you're like, oh, this state's so great. Yet the state of Delaware is holding 60% of the Fortune 500 companies. Maybe we should be more like Delaware and less like California.
So their GDP.
Just throwing that out there.
Because California is not that great.
But anywho, unique wildlife. Delaware is home to the Bethany Beach firefly, a rare species found only in that state. I'm looking up photos of that later. Historical facts. The first log cabins in North America were built by Swedish and Finnish settlers in Delaware in the 1600s. Wilmington once held the record for the world's tallest Lego tower, standing at 113 feet tall. And Bob Marley connection. The legendary musician Bob Marley lived in Wilmington for a period and worked for DuPont and Chrysler. You know what? Well done, Delaware. Honestly,
Is somebody proud?
one of my favorite states right now. Going through all these facts, one of my favorite states. Delaware's doing it real well. The most popular merchandise includes, coming in at number 4, beach and coastal souvenirs. Number 3, just in fact, tax-free shopping throughout the state. So just all shopping tax-free.
Interesting.
All year
Yeah.
long?
All year long, tax-free shopping. Delaware's tax-free status makes it a popular destination for purchasing a variety of goods, from clothing to electronics. The family
Might
might
take
be,
an empty suitcase and go to
the
Delaware.
family might be visiting Delaware here pretty
Here's the
soon.
thing. Why
Holy
do they
cow.
not have why don't they have that's probably one of the reasons why they don't have a professional sports team. I think the population is very low.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Local arts and crafts, Delaware boost. We'll get a population count here in a second. The number one thing, and this, again, well done, Delaware. Alabama, hold my beer. University of Delaware apparel, number one purchased merchandise.
That is crazy. Their population must be very small if
How
that's
the fuck is that even possible?
Alabama, hold my beer. We got no taxes. 60% of the Fortune 500 companies
That's why
tax-free
you buy it.
shopping.
I gotta look this up about Delaware University.
That's
See what kind of shit they
crazy.
got.
Oh, just a shade over to 1 million for the population of Delaware. Milwaukee, hold my beer. We've got more people.
Holy shit. They would definitely lose to the Kangaroos.
Oh yeah, State of Delaware versus
That's how it would break down. It wouldn't be the United States versus
No,
Kangaroos.
wherever
It would
come,
state
wherever
by
whatever-
state.
whatever beach they breach.
Yeah, state by state.
Hey, they're
Insane.
coming in off Bethany Beach.
Yeah, with all them fireflies, because you can see them.
The Bethany Beach Fireflies.
Blue hen state. The state bird is the blue hen, a nod to the blue hen cocks, carried by Revolutionary War soldiers for entertainment.
Dude, it's kind of a
Do you
crazy
think they
looking
mean like roosters?
I
or-
think they say. I think
Or
they mean
bird
cock.
cocks?
I
You
think they
think
mean.
they just chopped off bird cocks and
Literally called blue hen.
You're not quite.
Idiot. Charles, you're an idiot. Why are you like this?
you guys were all for it there for a second. Yeah. So they just chop off bird cocks and walk
Dude,
around.
it's a legitimate blue fucking cock. It's a blue cock.
Yeah. So Revolutionary War soldiers used to bring them around for entertainment? What do they fucking sing?
Dude, check this shit out, dude. This bird.
So
This
they have a
fantastic.
total of 17 national championships for the University of Delaware.
Yeah.
Their most recent one was in, I don't know, in figure skating in 2018, co-ed figure skating.
That sounds about right.
Dude, Charles, did you check out this beautiful bird?
God damn, what?
Look at
What
that
the?
blue-
Is that a chicken?
That is their blue cock. That's their blue cock.
That's not a
That's
rooster.
in Delaware?
That's a rooster, a blue cock.
Listen, when the whole thing started, I was like, "Do you think it's a rooster, or do they actually
What do you
just
fucking
chop off?" And you guys were like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Yeah." So they just chop off blue cocks, and
So then why is it a hen if it's a cock?
I don't. He said cock.
I didn't say cock. The facts said cock.
That's too many cocks.
For all of our listeners out there, our subscribers, our commenters, our shares, our likes, even those of you with your hateful comments, we love you too. We appreciate all of you. We see everything you say. We hear it. We're very grateful that you not only take time out of your day to listen to us, which is awesome, but you then find time in that same day to comment, which is even better. The world continues to be a much better place with you in it. We love you more.